I go over here and mute it. Hello, everyone. Hi, Miss Sherry. Hi, Troy and Marnie.
Hello, everybody.
Let me mute this if it ever comes up. There it goes, finally. Okay. How is everyone tonight? Hey, funniest unfunny guy. Hey, Donna. Yo. Yo. Hey, West Haven. Thank you. What do you say?
Hush it, Amy. Hush it.
Hey, now. Slim, don't make me sick mic on you.
Oh, Lord, what did I step into? Look,
How are y'all?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good. Twinkie, that medicine ever help any?
A little bit, not much. It's been a bad day.
Yeah. I know all about that. I had a very bad day yesterday, and I started off bad today, but got better. Hey, Bama. Hey, JoJo. Hey, Krista.
I seen Slim's new toy he got.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I have not seen it because I haven't checked Messenger in a little while.
He what's he planning on cutting up?
He's gonna trim the branches and stuff down the driveway and around the house.
Make them look pretty. I love driveways that have the trees all around them and stuff. I love those.
My driveway is pretty creepy looking, though.
I love that. That's what I love.
Makes it for.
Back this afternoon and went like 20 miles plus hike my usual 7 miles. I'm going to be listening while I sew. Because Sherry, I hope you feel better. I know you will. You'll get used to it. You're pretty active, so. How are you, Bama?
Hey, Bama.
What's going on, Bama?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send the link to Hollywood Paranormal Detectives.
Sherry. Love you, girl.
Let me see here. Okay, I sent it to them. So we'll just wait for them to come in. Whoa. Oh, I was fixing to say, why is Troy and Marnie not up here on mine? But apparently whenever I muted my deal over here, I paused it. I was like, are we lagging that bad?
I'm here.
Thank you so much, Jan. Krista, go to the corner. Troy and Marnie sent me a message about Jeff Dunham. Does that mean she's getting us tickets?
She's because I mean, okay, let's say that COVID's over by then, but I think it's like next March or April, something like that.
Wow.
It's next year.
Hi, Steven.
Hey.
Hey, Steven.
How are you?
Great. How is everybody?
Good. Now, I don't have Brian on anything.
I just sent it to him. He should figure it out.
Okay.
I might run in and grab my earbuds so I can hear you guys better.
Okay.
All right, give me 1 second.
I love his background. Is everyone doing okay tonight?
We're good here.
Good. Damn, I said thumbs up, Steven.
Yeah, Slim, get with Marnie on when that's supposed to be exactly. But Jeff Dunham, I mean, we had a good time with Bill Engvall. That was a fun experience.
Slim. No, Krista, I don't. That show's over. Thank God.
Slim. I think it's before our birthdays, but they may count it as that. You never know.
But no, because mine will be closer than any of y'all's.
Oh, so there you go, Slim. It's for April's birthday.
So that means you're paying, Slim.
Hello, Gyro. You're a lifer there? Yeah, you are, Krista. She just wants a chicken verde and rice with cilantro and some papayas for dessert. Damn it. It has little to do with the corner. Yeah, Sherry needs to quit feeding them all so good there. Can I try to send you a hidden file? You can try.
Well, there will be some holiday.
I haven't had very much luck with hidden files. Hi, Mr. Nas.
Nas in the house. He had a good discussion. I was able to pop in and out of it last night a little bit, but he had a good discussion going on last night.
Okay,
right.
Gyro. Hello.
Did Brian ever show up?
Not yet.
Oh no.
Not yet. Hopefully he can figure it out.
Let me try to text him real quick.
That's fine. You do whatever you need to. Thank you for sharing, everyone. I'm getting messages. I went on Mr. Nas's for a little bit too. But we had kids here and stuff, and so I couldn't go up on the panel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was the same. Well, I had Shannon gonna get him to bed and all that stuff. So I would love to have gotten up on the panel, but
Hey, Dustin. Hello, Papa freaking Smurf. How are you? Still love that name, Papa freaking
no,
Smurf.
that's real cool.
Hello. No, Krista, they don't. They want to sit out here and listen to Steven and Brian from Hollywood Paranormal Detectives. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're doing great, Papa. Isn't it fun to say, Jerry?
Yeah, the dolls are doing good, Bama. They're just hanging out.
Hello?
Hello.
Any sign of Brian yet?
No. I think we had this trouble last time, didn't we?
Come on, Brian.
It's fine though, no worries. We're not in a rush, so. Hi, Adriel. So I'm gonna put Hollywood Paranormal Detectives link, and I'm gonna pin it to the top of the chat. So if our moderators will kind of remind everybody to make sure that they go check it out. Let me go get them. I know they're on our channels list. Okay, there they are.
Trying to help Brian get in here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
We can hear you
He had
good.
this problem. He had this problem last time, I think.
Yes.
Oh,
But it's all good. No worries. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Laura. So, guys, the link that I'm putting in the chat right now, that is Hollywood Paranormal Detectives. It's going to be pinned to the top. Make sure y'all go and butter their buns. Check out their channel. You won't be disappointed. So, hey, James, how have you been doing? Can you hear me, Stephen?
yes, I can.
Okay. How have you been doing during all this
Oh,
pandemic?
oh my gosh. It's having 2 kids and working all the time. Being off work for a while was heaven. Just getting
Yeah.
to play video games with my little boy and cuddle my little daughter and sit at home and just it was almost like exactly what, other than the world being sick, it's exactly what I wanted. It's like I was
Yeah.
like, man, I'd love to be able to just stay home and play with the family. So other than like when you have time, all you want to do is go places. So
Exactly.
you can't.
Exactly.
You get all this time now. Yeah, all this time, and you have nowhere you can go. So
That is so true.
oh well.
Well, luckily, a lot of places that we all go to are abandoned.
Well, a lot of we try to go to bigger spots that you got to pay to get in for investigation, but that's why we've been trying to do littler stuff lately. We haven't done anything since, other than I did some stuff solo this week, just because I finally like last week I put up the Cobb Estate, and me and Brian actually filmed that before we even filmed the Suicide Bridge. So
Oh, wow.
it was all stuff we already had. Yeah, we already had all that filmed. So I did some solo stuff yesterday. I did a hike of the Scary Dairy in Camarillo by myself, and it was pretty scary. Brian says he needs a destination code.
A destination code. Huh.
That's what Brian just messaged me.
I don't know what a destination code is.
Oh no. I wish I could see this on. I don't know how to. I just click the button. I just click what you send me, and it brings me right here.
So
I don't know
what kind of, is he on a phone, or do you know if he's on a phone?
I'm on a phone. I believe he's on a phone also.
Sometimes on iPhones it makes you copy the link. Thank you, Bama.
Sometimes phones don't work.
Yeah.
I've had that problem before.
Poor Brian, he always gets left out. Slim.
I thought you bought that for yourself, Slim. Thought you were going to do the job on it.
Thank you, Twinkie.
You're welcome.
Like, sorry, everybody.
It's all right. There ain't no worries. Believe me, we go through this all the time. Are you? I think he's froze.
Slim, I've used that excuse as I'm retired before.
Hello?
It didn't work for me.
I think you're froze, Steven. Oh my Lord, Adriel.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but I think you're froze.
Wait, what happened?
Oh Lord, Bama.
Hey, farm girl, love you.
Hey, farm girl.
Hey, farm girl.
There's Steven back.
Yeah, super easy. Hello? I don't know what to tell him. Anyway, how are you guys? How's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
I feel bad for him. He had so much trouble last time too.
I know, and poor Boom. Boom is in the Ukraine all by himself.
I know. How long has he been there?
He's been there since all this started, so since March.
Oh wow.
I haven't. I've only got in touch with him a few times because they're like a 10-hour time difference.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I told him, I go film some stuff, and when you get back, you can have, Boom's Adventures side stories or something.
Yeah.
That's
I bet
kind
there's
of
a
what I.
there.
Oh, there's some really good places there. He's told me about stuff, and I'm always like, take your equipment, take your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is very different without the team. I don't know if you saw the Cobb Estate. It's even different with just me and Brian. Hold on, he's sending me something.
You read what Slim put up here, April?
I'm ignoring it. He's dreaming.
How are you?
He's dreaming.
Nice, Sherry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sherry. I love you so much.
I might try. What if I sent you Brian's number? Could you send him a direct invite rather than me sharing it to him? Maybe something different
Yes,
will
I
go
can.
to him.
I can do that.
Hey, Boots, how's it
Hello,
going?
South Cax.
On the South of Cax.
Slim, Farm Girl is talking to you.
Now, everyone, the South Cax, they are doing a Paranormal Unite video. And they're asking all the paranormal community to come together and they're going to make a big video. Just like a 2-minute long video. If y'all are friends with them on Twitter, go check out the post about it. And you can also send him a message on Twitter to find out more information. Hello, Kitten Girl. I think it's a very good idea. Because the paranormal community does need to come together.
There's just a lot of stuff that people are doing to the paranormal community right now that kind of just really sucks. Let's put it that way. It really
Welcome
does.
back.
Hello.
Hello.
So I sent you Brian's number through
Okay.
Twitter, and maybe if you can send him a direct invite or something, maybe my sending to him is the problem or something.
I will do that right now.
What were you guys saying about in the community, how there's stuff going on?
Oh, yeah. The South Cax, they're going to do a video on all the paranormal community, how the community needs to come together and unite, because there is a lot of drama going on in the paranormal community right now.
It is kind of weird. It's they're starting to get to be like a little kind of like science team
Mm-hmm.
that sort of hates all the equipment we've ever been using.
Yeah.
And there's also like, and what's funny is I keep hearing people like, everyone's just trying to make money. I'm like, who's making money? Like,
Exactly. Some
Yeah.
people are making money, but most of us
Ain't
are
nobody
not.
here doing it.
that's what I
Jenny.
mean. We're all doing this for fun and stuff, and everyone, like, people keep saying people just trying to put on a show to make money. I'm like, no one's making money. I feel like everyone's just experiencing their own experience.
Yeah.
I like equipment, and there's a big hate on the spirit box lately, and I don't know why, because if you've used a spirit box, you kind of know it works, right?
Yeah. It does. Well, and then there was a video recently. I'm not going to say who it was, but they were talking about the Necrophonic app. And, everybody can believe what they want on it, but it was like whoever uses it's making money. I'm like, I ain't got a dime out of it.
Yeah.
I had to pay for it.
Yeah, I had to pay
We all
for it.
had to pay for
Yeah,
it.
we had to pay for it.
So, like, nope.
I don't have nothing against people who don't want to use because your senses are your best paranormal equipment. But
Yes,
if you get actual validation through equipment, like I have, and you'll see, I only use certain equipment, and that's only because I have had validation from it. But I'm not going to say other equipment and stuff doesn't work because I have not used it to be able to say that.
I feel like we had a cool experience on the suicide bridge with Miriam, because we had a psychic medium with us, and we never really use a psychic medium because a psychic medium is you have to really trust someone that's
Exactly.
going to almost guide your investigation, right?
Yep.
Because if they say who you're talking to, you got to trust that they're feeling that and make your investigation go that route. And I've always steered away from psychic mediums because of that, because you'll go to like Houdini's mansion and they'll say, oh, well, I feel an old woman. I'm like, well, I want to talk to Houdini. Why do you feel an old woman? And then the whole rest of the night, the whole place is trying to talk to this old lady. And you're like, we're in Houdini's mansion talking to an old lady when I want to talk to Houdini, Tell the old lady to get out of here. I want to talk to Houdini. But with the psychic
one that I trust, and that's it.
Well, and with Miriam, she was awesome. And she sort of like, we were feeling things and heightened our senses through the walk with her on the suicide bridge. And then we kind of realized that like equipment is only who's using it. It's like, it's an antenna. It's like Thor's hammer. Thor's got the power, but the hammer helps him harness it, And so like a normal person, not that we're special, but because you've investigated for years and you know how to talk it, and whether you know it or not, you've upped your own third eye. But with that equipment, you can get answers, and you can use it like a lightning rod to talk to spirits. That's what I say. Like my SP11 spirit box is special. It talks to me. Like it's a good one.
Hey Sean, hey Rob, hey Past Life. Now I do remember her saying that Boom, she picked up on a lot of Boom sensitivities, and Boom is very sensitive.
He always is. He will say he's not, but he always
he is.
First one.
You can always tell it with him.
And I wish I could put out 8-hour episodes, but there are always times where Boom's gotta like, I gotta step out, guys. I gotta go out. I gotta go out in the other room, and he has to like step out, or he'll be like, oh, we're like, what is it, Boom? And he's like, they're coming at me hard. But then later you're like, Boom, what did you mean when you said they're coming at you hard? He's like, I don't know, like, but they were, and
that's hard to explain.
I never get that feeling where they're coming at me hard. But Boom has always been our sensitive, whether he knows it or not. And I think he's like a lightning rod too. We kind of had a dead night without him. But Brian is asking if we are talking yet, and yes, we are talking. Oh, Brian.
And there is the only psychic medium that I do trust. She's in the chat right now. KJ Paranormal Downunder.
I wish I could see the chat because I only see the StreamYard. I don't see the. If I went to YouTube, it'd mess it up.
On the top, it should. On the right hand side, it should say private message, and then it should say live chat or something.
He's
Oh, yeah, I can see the chat.
Okay, so I don't know how to do it on the phone.
I don't think you can do it.
I see it. I can see it, but then I don't see you guys.
Okay, yeah, that's right, because you have to switch to the different page. That's right.
Well, I like to see you guys. Hey. Well, yeah, we got. We don't know when our next big investigation is going to be, and that's what's kind of sad. We had a big. We were about to go to Clown Motel and do the Goldfield School, and then try to do Armagosa all in like a 3-day loop.
Yeah,
we were gonna try to drive that, and we were starting to put the maps together and stuff, and Corona hit. So
yep, dang Corona. Dang it. Frugal, my favorite farmer. But you and Brian did a really good job. I mean, I love seeing Boom there with all three of you there together, but y'all like to kill me just in the beginning of it. I was laughing so hard when y'all were talking about going up that hill. I was like, I would be the same way, but I would have done quit filming. Nobody would need to hear that.
Well, it was and part of the journey is you got to feel like you're with us, right? You got to.
Yeah. I
feel,
was trying to breathe for y'all. I was like,
you're like, geez. And the sad part, it's not that bad a hike. It's one of those you're like tired. You're like, how far have we gone? Oh, but you can still see the car. Oh, like,
yeah. When you're already tired, you can still see the car.
But if you're fluffy, it's a little harder.
And the worst is we went up during the day and then came back and then had to go back at night. And Brian was like, I don't know if we can do it. But,
that's what I was thinking. Did they stay up there the whole time, or did they walk back at night?
No, we walked back and then went. Yeah. And that place, that's a place where people go. Huge YouTube channels. I don't know if I should say their names, but they've been there 3 times and they get to about where we were and they just run out.
Say their names. Say their names. Please say their names.
I think it's Sam and Cody. They're these two
kids.
kids.
Sam and Colby.
Sam and Colby, yeah.
Yeah, I can see them running from it.
It was funny because I was trying to do research for the location and watching what other videos had done. And theirs is just, just like shaky camera. And then I go, oh, they went back. I watched the next one. I'm like, why are you guys running out every time screaming? I guess it gets them 1 million views. So
exactly. Hey, Jordan, welcome back.
But I was expecting to run, but I didn't.
That's Boots Explorer says that's most of their videos. I don't want a bologna sandwich with extra mayo, Krista. No.
Oh my Lord.
How are you doing, Jordan? But I really did. And y'all really did get some good EVPs. There's a couple that y'all didn't hear right there at that moment, but listening back.
And that's a lot of that. That whole night is to the spirit box. Me and Brian didn't hear any of that. And especially when it said our names at the end, because I mean, I edited it out, but we turned it off and we're like, we're not feeling nothing. Like we're not, we felt like the night was dead. But yeah, we ended up to get demon on the demon spot.
I gotta say, the look on your face and the excitement in your voice when you got the word demon, that was hilarious.
Well, it's like I know my Oculus has said zoo, and like to go to like the old LA Zoo, you're like, please say zoo. Like, I know you can. And I think I left it in. Lately, I've been just using the Oculus almost like a yes and no. Like I've been saying, don't try to pick a word, just try to make it talk.
Yeah.
And I got 2 good reactions on that one where it did just say, burn, but it answered me immediately.
Right.
Which maybe if it's too hard to scroll through the dictionary and get the words out, maybe they can just make it speak. I need some new equipment though. I think I've used up the Ovilus and Spirit Box. I need some new magic stuff.
Oh no, I want an Ovilus so bad. I want one so bad.
I got that Ovilus 3 like 10 years ago or whenever it first came out. I got it sparkling clean, and my screen barely works, and it's rough. But I love the Ovilus 3. All the new ones require more technology than I'm prepared for.
Hey, C-Fam. Chris, how are you? So, guys, the pinned link up at the top of the chat, that is Hollywood Paranormal Detectives. Make sure you go butter their buns. This is Steven. He is one of the members. Boom is out of the country. And Brian is still somewhere lost in the...
He's stuck in internet limbo.
Yes, he's in internet limbo.
Oh, poor Brian.
Ew, peanut butter and tomato sandwich? Ugh.
Oh, I wish he could be in here. He didn't get in here last time either.
I know. I felt so bad. So you and Boom both have gotten interviewed, but Brian still hasn't.
Oh man.
So we definitely got to figure out a way to get him up here. Thank you, JoJo.
Yeah, there's been so much hate on most equipment lately, and I don't understand why. And from people I'm friends with, and I'm like, oh, you don't seem like you would hate it, and you actually, I've used it, with you, and now you're posting things that you hate about it, or
they just got to find things to complain about.
Well,
yeah,
and
I think it's just an overall something that the paranormal community has just, I don't know if it's because everybody's tired of being at home, or they're tired of not being able to go out and investigate, or what, but it's something. There you go. That made it full screen.
Well, here's another thing that's happening too. You get some of these bigger YouTubers, and then you have these small YouTubers, and I guess some small YouTubers get their butts hurt when big YouTubers won't talk to them or collab with them or whatever. And so I think sometimes that happens. So you get hate, and then you get like the other side of it, which is the science part of it. Is it is it really spirits or not? So I mean, you got a combination of all these different things happening to people.
Yeah,
and probably just not even in the paranormal community when it comes to big YouTubers not working with smaller YouTubers. I'm sure it's in anything, whether it be sports or DIY or whatever. But just do you be you. That's what you can do.
But they got to understand. They definitely need to understand, because it is hard. We have people messaging us all the time saying, will you come do a video with us? I live in New Hampshire. I'm just using that first time. I'm not talking about it. Okay, we would love to do that video with you, but I work. I need gas money. It's hard. You can't just pick up and go like they think you can. Yeah. And so
we got really lucky with unexplained cases, is because one of their guys is in New York City, one of their guys is in Arizona, and then Miriam the medium, she's in LA here. So like I don't know how they all know each other very well, but I know she's here by herself. So that's how we kind of hooked up with her for the suicide bridge, because they're like, she's itching out there to do some investigating, and that's how we kind of, if you notice, we did the same episode they did, kind of just on each channel. And that's, it's hard. We have a team of 3, me, Brian, and Boom. And I know it's hard to get all 3 of us just to get anywhere. We have to plan. I'm kind of the den mother of us, so I'll plan it out real far ahead, and you guys give me the hotel money now, but that's not till next February. We're taking the hotel money now. I'm booking it now. Next February, that's 9 months away. We're booking it 9 months ahead. So you can't say you didn't know about it. You have to go. And I've also sort of that same way when it's hard to get, a whole band together. I've started doing more when I have everybody. Does that make sense? Like, I filmed the Alien Fresh Jerky. I filmed the Good Spring Cemetery, Pioneer Saloon, the Bonnie and Clyde. I did all 4 of those in like 2 days.
Yeah.
But just because we passed them all, and because I had everybody there, so I had to film everything as much as I could. That's what we were trying to plan, another big run up to Goldfield to kind of just film everything we could along the way.
Yeah. You have to do that nowadays, though.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, like you were saying, I get constantly people wanting me to come to New York, New Hampshire, Ohio, Georgia, and I'm like, do you think we've got like a head office or something? Like, you think I just wake up and put on this shirt and go sit at my ghost hunting desk and go through all my cases? That's what I always laugh about on the Ghost Show. When they're like, we got our cases, and they got this big stack, and they're like, we got 3 we can pick. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we get like 1 case a year, maybe.
Yeah.
The rest, we got to go out and scrounge up ourselves. People think we're a different breed, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I wish we were. I wish we could just pick up and go and do whatever, hop on the jet or, and fly to that destination, but it's extremely hard.
Mm-hmm.
I always joke, like, I'll be out with my wife somewhere. I'll be like, what if we just rented that space and just put a big sign, Hollywood Paranormal Detectives, sold T-shirts, put desks, like what if we really just made a big storefront? Would that make people come in and start telling their stories and start calling us to get to go to their locations, or would we just lose a bunch of money? Like, I've never seen that. Have you ever seen like a ghost hunting group's office? Like, you can walk in and tell your story like Ghostbusters?
And see, I just got relocated out of my office from my daughter's old bedroom now back to the kitchen. So I lost my office space. But
I got Freddy Krueger's.
Freddy.
Sitting. This is a pull from. This is a real latex pull from part 2.
Ooh, nice.
This is my office, where I film everything. That's where I do my editing and stuff. It's mostly comic books and Haunted Mansion things, but
I like it.
Brian says he's watching. Brian is watching but can't get in.
Hi, Brian. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I've got Ghostbusters and Haunted Mansion and every Time Life Paranormal book and encyclopedia you can find. I'm obsessed with books. I get as many books as I can, and I love really old like parapsychology books because around the 60s, 70s, it was like starting to be real. They were starting to kind of think they could find fire starters and telekinetics and stuff. And then they kind of gave up around the 80s. But people were starting to write books on it and write like psychological, profiles of a telekinetic and things like that. And those books are awesome. Makes you wish it was all more tangible, real tangible evidence.
Hi, Nolan. This is Steven. He is from Hollywood Paranormal Detectives on YouTube.
Yes. We're on everything. We got the Facebook. We got the Instagram. We got a TikTok. We have a TikTok where I just post our little clips.
Oh, I was going to say, if y'all are doing those little dances and all that other stuff.
I'm not doing any dances of any kind. But I kind of just watch people cook on there. That's what I watch.
I like the cooking.
Yeah, but you're trying to get ahead of the curve. You always want to get on every platform you can to bring people towards your art you're making. That's sort of
Right.
how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
he is
told-
from California, Nolan.
California. I'm from Alabama, but we are living in California.
He's from Bama.
Got my lucky Queen Mary hat on. There you go.
Hey, Clearski. How are you? Hey, Hensley. What was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say now. Well, crap. Rob, are you leaving? I missed it.
He said he's got to drive home and a couple things he has to do, and he's going to try to get back home.
Okay.
Well, you guys are all in Texas, right?
No.
I'm in Texas. Them two are in North Carolina.
Oh, they're in North Carolina. Yeah. We definitely have to. Maybe we could all like meet at the birdcage and investigate or something like that. Somewhere in the middle for us.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I've got so many friends across the country I want to investigate with, but yeah, I can't do it. And then of course with Corona blowing up, can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, and it's hi Cody's vlogs. How are you? The YouTube fan reunion was supposed to be in Vegas this year, but it got canceled because of the Corona.
Oh.
So next year we're having it in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, Texas.
So
nice.
We're thinking somewhere at the end of May, early June, just so the heat's not too bad.
And that's where the Alamo is, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Does the Alamo do any kind of ghost
They
tour?
They do have ghost tours at nighttime, and they do let you walk through with your equipment and stuff like that.
Oh. Can you investigate?
You can investigate while you're in there.
But you can't.
We were going to do it a couple of years back, but both of our girls ended up getting really bad sunburn that day.
Oh.
And so we ended up having to stay in. But yeah, they do have, and they have several other ghost tours there as well.
Oh, so I bet if you had enough money, you could get it to yourself.
I bet you probably could.
Okay. That's the worst is when you really, like, the way we try to film an episode and you're like, oh, but you have to have a docent. You're like, okay. That's kind of what happened on the USS Hornet. We had a docent for the night. So we just sort of like ordained Bill Fee as a member and told him to be quiet.
That's a good way to do it.
There's so many places I'd love to get in, but they are like Preston Castle now. You have to have a docent and a minimum team of 7 or something, and they have all these like rules, and I'm like, there's only 3 of us, and we don't need a docent. But
I mean, do these people not realize the more people you have, the more contaminated your evidence is?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
That's annoying. That's annoying.
I've been in so many groups where you can't even try to do any session. Yeah, I used to be in groups with like 20 people trying to split up into 4 groups. And I'm like,
Oh, Lord.
Was that an EVP or was that Bob?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love us having our little small team. And we've even come up with fun rules, now that we've all got cameras, we do like the, 2 people have cameras, 1 person talks. And if you're holding the camera, you don't talk. Like that's kind of become like a rule. So it kind of gets quiet, and so that person can investigate. And so you pass the camera and this person investigates. And so that way we're not talking over each other and stuff like that.
Well, that's a good rule, really.
And it's helpful. I mean, it just got to, I edited one of our shows and I'm like, we're talking on top of each other and, everyone's putting their camera down because they want to investigate. So I was like, well, let's come up with a way to figure that out, so
exactly.
And it works great. My 2 guys are the best. They're so great.
They are. Y'all all investigate so good together.
The coolest thing is how different we are.
Yeah.
Boom is real intense. I'm kind of lighthearted, but I guess I don't know. And then Brian has this like steady pace he hits. And then I try to remind the guys to have a good time, because if the ghost is the fourth person in the room, they want to hang out with us, right? So if we're frigid and not having fun, they're not going to want to interact. But if we're playing cards and goofing off and knocking stuff over and farting and things, they're going to like, I want to sit at the table. I want to fart and play cards.
Well, they get along real good with James then, wouldn't they, James?
Oh,
No.
You get along with us then. That's for sure. I could have a whole episode on just parts of the paranormal where we just,
Well, as James says, it was not him. It's the ghost part.
It's a ghost of food. Food ghost.
It's the ghost part.
somebody's been talking to Lynn.
I think you just hear them better when you're all being quiet. And oh, God love him, Boom. I can't count the times Boom was like, "What was that?" That was me. Did you take a step? He like forces me to say, "I farted, Boom." Like what was that? I just heard something. No, that was me. No, I heard it down there. No, Boom. I farted and it went brrrr. So it was a squeak. Okay. So like he almost forces me to explain the sound. That's why it sounded like a voice, because it had a squeak. I'm sorry, sir. Like, and you're always eating on the road, right? You're always eating at random places, and you don't
Exactly.
It's not what your tummy's used to,
and for some reason we always end up at a Chinese food place, and that's like the worst thing to do when you're going to be in a room full of and it's going to be totally quiet.
Yeah. We always end up with barbecue places. I don't know why. It's always like, let's go eat a bunch of beans and barbecue sauce, and then let's lock ourselves in this old hotel for a couple
Exactly.
hours. And then burn.
It's haunted by a foghorn.
Amy, you got two pretty good clips too to show sometime tonight too, don't you?
Yeah, I got to get it sent over.
Now, did you guys? You told me you were going to investigate somewhere last weekend.
Yes, and we ended up getting rerouted.
Oh.
And the place we got rerouted to had so many people in it. It was unreal. And then we found a spot that was quiet, but then we got a bunch of drunk guys that decided to hide in the woods and start going woo, making ghost noises and stuff. And so Layne kept saying he was going to tase them.
Good evidence, I guess.
Night, Farm Girl, we love you.
Who's leaving?
Farm Girl.
Hey, Farm Girl, love you bunches. And I messaged you back.
We're going to keep praying for you.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely. Well, see, that happened to us in April at Hill's Bridge. We had those kids up there running around on top of the bridge, and they're just like, "Is this place haunted?" I'll stay around and find out. I mean,
that's the worst when you have someone like, "What are you guys doing?" And you're like, "Oh, we're just, we usually don't tell them. Like, oh, we're looking for, we're magnet hunting or something.
We're sightseeing."
Yeah, because the worst is, can we hang out?
Yeah,
we want to hunt ghosts, bro. Like, no, guys. Sorry, fellas.
That's the worst thing at the Goatman's Bridge is everybody wants to follow you and go with you, and they want to ask you a million questions.
I haven't ever hit that bad, so I'm pretty lucky. This weekend, well, yesterday, I went to the Scary Dairy in Camarillo. I think it was closed, and I think I accidentally opened a gate myself and snuck past it, and I was way into a place I shouldn't have been. And knowing that like there wasn't a car parked for 20 miles because I opened the gate and parked my car and closed the gate behind me so no one would know that I drove. And then I drove down by it and I parked, and I still had to walk probably 2 miles to get to this old abandoned dairy farm that's close to a mental hospital, and it's rumored to be like where they did the illegal mental experimentations and things, and the dairy was just the front, or it was just a dairy. But it was even scary. It was even scarier knowing that there was absolutely no one for miles. I mean, it was like desert as far as I could see, and this dairy farm, and it was like, man, every sound I hear is just making my middle of the hot day, and I had my hair on end and cold spots, and I was all by myself, so I just kept, what am I doing? I'm going to fall through a hole or something all alone, or
and no one's going to know you're there.
Dairy's going to collapse on me, and I'll be just stuck here alone. But it was something new. It was the only thing we can try to do right now, I guess, because we can't really get together. Boom's in Ukraine, and Brian is isolating really strong. I'm isolating really strong too with my family, but the only thing we can think of is like solo things. And I'm trying to find some haunted hikes that are out of the norm that I could hike to by myself on the outside, and try to do some daytime investigations.
Yeah.
Maybe a little haunted hike series of 3 or 4. I don't know. Trying to get some evidence. Yeah.
I think we would watch any of it. Jenny says, I have a question for Steven. Have you ever investigated Tombstone?
Tombstone. I've never been to Tombstone. I want to go so bad. I'm almost embarrassed. I live so close. I've never been to Virginia City or Tombstone.
I definitely want to go to Tombstone.
I've been everywhere except for those. I think I've been like waiting for them. Like, well, I don't want to just go to Tombstone because then I can't just go right back. Like, I want to wait and really, I want to spend like a week in Tombstone and get like 10 episodes out of like Tombstone.
Right.
And same thing with Virginia City. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do Mackey Mansion. I'm gonna do Silver Queen. I'm gonna do the Graveyard. I'm gonna do, I want to do everything. Washoe Club. I want to do all of them if I go. I don't want to drive back, I guess, but yeah, that's always tough when you're planning trips that you're like, oh, we're so close to Armagosa Opera House, we can't not go to it. Like, so you add a day, you add a trip, you add an investigation, yeah.
So what's one place that you all three have on the top of your bucket list that's the same?
I know Brian, he really wants to do a lighthouse. He wants to do a lighthouse. And I think there's a lighthouse here in California that I've looked into a little bit. I really want to do, Virginia City or Tombstone, I want to do really bad. I really want to, like, I kind of did Goldfield, and kind of everything past Goldfield is like, is going to be second. Got my
Yeah, Goldfield was awesome.
I started hunting ghosts in high school, like 97-ish. I always explored places, but I always hunted ghosts, and Goldfield was always the place I wanted to go, and kind of did it. And now it's kind of like, well, I've done Goldfield. Everything else is sort of second, Right. I'd love to investigate Graceland and try to make contact with Elvis, to have such a particular spirit with such a particular voice and such a particular personality that I think your evidence would be really cool, because you could hone in on Elvis himself, because you're looking for one spirit, If I ever save the world or anything, I'm going to ask to investigate the White House in my payment. I think that would be pretty awesome. The White House is supposed to be.
That's one thing me and Twinkie have both talked about. I would love to do the White House.
Yeah, I like
so much shady crap going on there.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I gotta save the world somehow, and then
Exactly.
ask for that as my payment.
The White House would never be the same.
No. And we want to do the Lincoln room.
Yeah,
Big
that's
time.
all. I mean, if I could get celebrity big enough and ask just to stay there one night and investigate that room, that'd be cool.
And Bobby
Also,
Mackey.
I have been trying actually pretty hard to get. There is a room in Disneyland that is a green room that they just let. If you're gonna take a tour, they put you in this room that used to be Walt Disney's office. It's above the fire station in Disneyland, and it's supposed to be haunted by Walt Disney. And it's just one room. I don't want to investigate the whole park. I'm just trying to get I want to be able to film myself in that room for an hour, you know.
That'd be good.
And I've been talking to cast members and stuff like that because people film in Disneyland and throw it up on YouTube all the time. And you know they don't go after them, I guess, because it's still up. But man, to get in that room and try to talk to Walt would be pretty amazing.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby Mackey's place is one place we want to check out too.
Now, when I wrestled and lived in Louisville, I lived so close to Bobby Mackey's, and I never even heard about it. I've been there and eaten dinner twice and never heard it was haunted or anything, because everyone always talks about Waverly Hills when you're in Louisville. Waverly, you know. And I lived there before the ghost shows hit, so no one talked about Ghost Adventures hadn't been there yet and blown up the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I lived right next to it and didn't even know, like I could have probably walked to it. And it makes me mad. I'm mad at time traveling me that I didn't spend more time there.
Put it on your bucket list.
Yeah. Well, and now I live in California. Every place that I was so close to on the East Coast now seems so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm from Birmingham and went into Las Furnace a million times just to explore and play with, skateboard and have fun and stuff. But now I want to go back and investigate, and it's so far away. And I got to get all the boys there, and I got to get all my equipment there, and I got to do it right,
Well, there's a new place I heard about today. It's called Ocracoke Island.
Ooh.
It's where Blackbeard walks the beach.
Really? Where's this at?
In North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Time. It's island time.
Yeah, I just seen a today on
What's
TV.
it called?
Ocracoke Island.
Ocracoke?
Yeah. Near the Outer Banks.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That would be cool.
It's fine, Mystic.
And they even said that the lighthouse that the lighthouse keeper was at said that his house is right next to the lighthouse on the same island, and a man and woman just bought the place, and she was asleep upstairs and her husband was downstairs cooking breakfast, and she said something grabbed her shoulder and said time to eat breakfast. She said when she woke up and turned around, there was nobody there, so she went downstairs and asked her husband. He said, I haven't been upstairs for 2 hours.
Wow.
And said that the rocking chair rocks, and a lot of people have seen him. The spirit of the boss. And it's named a bed and breakfast. It's a bed and breakfast, so that would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool.
Gosh, I want Corona to end. I want to travel so bad. I miss it. I like doing places like Goldfield that have that kind of set decorating of a horror movie, I love big asylums or big prisons or big hotels, and anything with cowboys, anything I can use my little blank pistol on.
Oh.
I forget some of the, I don't want to say stupid, but silly stuff I do. That I have a shootout at the Goldfield with a ghost.
Well, whatever works.
But you have to have trigger objects. So.
Well, and to me, it's one thing I hate the most is anyone here with us? You know, I hate to start that way. I feel like if I was trying to hit on a girl at a bar, that'd be the last thing you'd want to say. You know, if that was a ghost, that's the worst pickup line for a ghost. Is anyone here with us? They just walk away. You know what I mean? Like that's the last thing ghosts want to hear. I like to try to think of where I'm at and act like I'm confused and like, where do I check in? You know, if I'm at the hotel, you know, that'd be something someone might say to you. You know.
So give us your best pickup line on a ghost, Steven.
Well, I mean, you know, if you like Goldfield Hotel, you know, where do I check in? Where's the bar? You know, just sort of like that. You know, Birdcage Theater, like. Which lady wants to show me a good time tonight? You know, instead of, you know, because try to talk to the bird cages, you know. And so instead of, is anyone here with us? You know, you try to, instead of bring them to our time, try to put our mindset where they're trapped, I guess, you know.
Steven walking in and saying, all the single ladies.
Well, I'm married, so I wouldn't say that. But I think,
well, they might not know that.
Ghost ladies. All the single ghost ladies. Respectfully join me.
Then your room. That's the bad part.
Bama said, you come here often?
But you know, you got to change it up to wherever you're at. And I like to think of it that way. That you know, I think I used to do a long time ago before investigating with the guys. I used to come in and I would talk. I would creep my friends out too. I would say, you know, you're like, I want you to come out. We know you're hiding. Come out and take a step forward and let us see you. And I would wait a second, and you know, I wouldn't see anything, and then I would say, "Thank you, we see you." And my friends would be like, "What?" And, and I'd be like, "Spirits in the room, we see you. We see you now. Take another step forward." And then, thank you for taking a step forward. We see you. And it would be a way to, like, let's say there is an invisible friend, you know, and letting them know you finally see them. Maybe they're like, oh, he does see me. Maybe I will take a step forward. And hopefully then I eventually will get to see them. But that was just something I used to do. And my friends they hated that. They're like, were you seeing stuff? No, but I'm trying to psychologically get in the mindset of trying to get these invisible friends to step into the room with us and join us.
Could you picture his friends looking around like, where? Well,
because I'd be like, thank you. And they'd be like, oh, like, what? Like, we see you. Please join us. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Hi.
So here's one for you, Steven.
Yes, sir.
Now, you wrestled, right? You're a pro wrestler, right? Okay.
I was.
I've tried. I did the bumps, and I was like, no, I can't. I'm in late 30s. I can't do this. So it was crazy. But what ghost, or not ghost, what spirit would you like to talk to, like Andre the Giant or Von Erich?
Well, Von Erichs have a pretty tragic story. You know,
they do.
They're all dead or killed themselves, and they were a sad family. And it's but you're right. Andre would have to be, you know, our Macho Man. Like,
oh yeah.
One, those two voices would be indistinguishable of you got Andre's voice. Like, what is your name? Andre the Giant. Oh, that's him. That's Andre the Giant.
Yep.
I'm here to talk to you. Like, oh, thank you.
I was very, very young, but I knew the Von Erichs very well. They used to come to my grandparents' bowling alley when they were back in town in Irving, and they would go bowling all the time.
Oh, wow.
They were rock stars down there.
Which one?
Yes, they were.
Kerry lost his leg first.
Yeah.
And such a sad story. But as a kid, such great wrestlers.
They were awesome.
I wrestled so long, and it was such a big part of my life that I don't remember it. It's like a story that I know well, but it doesn't feel like it's even my story anymore. I mean, I started when I was barely like 14, 15, and then wrestled into my mid to late 20s and then quit, and I'm 41 now. I don't know. How did I get to be 41?
Hey, if Ricky Morton can do it, you can do it. I mean, Ricky Morton's like in his 60s and out there doing.
Yeah. they're still trying.
They are.
Well, it's something.
Still starting his stuff.
It's something you got to step away from, or else I wouldn't be talking to you guys. I would be talking to a wrestling show. You definitely have to. You have to realize I'm never gonna buy a house with this. I mean, when I was signed with WWE for a little while, and I was starting to think of, well, here it goes. Here's my run. I'm about to make it. And then sort of WWE had the idea, they just sort of cut everyone under a certain height. They were like, well, we're going to get rid of Cruiserweight division, and we're going to get rid of this. And it was like, get rid of anyone, anyone over 25, get rid of them that's not on TV. Get rid of anyone over 25 and under 6 feet, And it was just like, oh, that's it. I'm just a name on a list. Like, no matter how good I could wrestle. And you start to think like, well, do I keep trying because I'm now starting over? I go from making my WWE weekly downside to nothing. To you can drive 6 hours and I'll give you $100. And then you start like, what do you really like to do? And kind of, when it's like wrestling was my ex-girlfriend, and she wasn't very good to me, no matter how much I liked her, and I had to just delete her number and walk away. No matter how many times wrestling has tried to call me back to get me to come back and hang out again, I will not do it. But
and it's not like it used to be. You can have like a boneyard match with the Undertaker out in the middle of nowhere, and I just can't get into the stuff anymore. I'm an 80s
watched.
So.
Me too.
So I might have some old props around this room. I don't see any, but I got some belts and tights and knee pads and stuff sitting somewhere. I don't know. It almost haunts me more than any ghost.
And say, like, I ordered belts before. I ordered the TV belt from the 80s that Tully Blanchard and them. I love that design. These new designs look like kids have drawn them or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't look right anymore. But, I understand.
They don't look like – the old designs looked Olympic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, they looked very, like – official. They look like money. They look like like they, and the new ones look cool. They look like a t-shirt on a belt. Like, they don't look like something with prestige.
Right. And they don't even use the buttons anymore. They use Velcro on the back. Did you know that?
Oh my gosh, really?
I saw one recently, and they were saying it's Velcro. It's got the buttons on it, but it's Velcro. And I'm thinking, I had kids' belts with Velcro when I was 8 years old.
Well, see, I grew up with all the old wrestlers, Boogie Woogie Man, Junkyard Dog, all them. My dad we watched wrestling religiously.
Oh, that's back when people knew what they were doing. They were booking it right. They knew nowadays
I remember that's I used to go to the video store and I would, as a kid, I would always get a wrestling movie and I'd get a scary movie and I'd get a funny movie.
There you go.
Every time. And I swear I rented like Survivor Series 95 100 times, and I would get the same ones. Whichever one Undertaker and Mankind had the Boiler Room Brawl, I would watch that one just on loop. And I can think of great nights as a kid where I watched Mad Max for the first time. I watched Hogan Slam Andre, and then I watched Weird Science, like all in one night.
Good combination there.
There's so many nights. I can't even. Every night in my life when I was a kid, every Friday night was like that. It was like go rent 3 movies, and they were all just, wide eye openers for the rest of your life of how great things can be. At some point, movies and wrestling and everything stopped being like that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know. They when it went from pro wrestling to sports entertainment, that was the thing. I think that I got out of it like I was a huge Sting fan. I was a huge Rock and Roll Express fan. Then when Jim Herd took over WCW, I was like, I'm done. And I didn't care for the WWE at the time because it just wasn't in our area. And then I got back into it with the NWO a little bit. Then when WCW left again, I was kind of like, I like to watch the WWE Network for the old stuff, not the new stuff.
I think NWO and Austin and Rock kind of pulled everybody back for a little bit. My favorite time, I'd watch it, but what made me want to wrestle was that Shawn Michaels era and Bret Hart and Razor, that were Shawn was and Bret. They were doing like hour and 20-minute matches. It was these long. It was like watching a football game. It was a long battle, and you would watch it a second time, and you'd be like, "Oh, Shawn came out with his hair pulled back and clean, and it's over and it's down, and he's full sweat." Like that man went through something, And about that same time is when the Lucha Libre and like Rey Mysterio and Jericho and Eddie Guerrero kind of hit, and I was watching these, amazing like ballets of movement and and it made me like I want to be like these guys. And growing up with comic books, the only way to wear tights and fight bad guys is to be a superhero, is to be a wrestler.
That's right.
If you find any old pictures of me, I'm probably wearing black with yellow because I always want to be Batman.
There you go.
There's pictures of you on there.
Oh, I know. It's funny. I occasionally find them and post them I'll find one digging through a box, and I'm like, what in the world? Who is that? Like, see ya. I always had this vision of I wanted my own emblem. I did some house shows against Gregory Helms when he was not the Hurricane, and was talking about doing a superhero gimmick against Helms that would bring him back to the Hurricane and make us a tag team. At least that's what I was told. But I wanted to be able to like have a symbol that's like on my tights, like have like the bat symbol shine up, and I'm like above the Titantron, and I wanted to be able to like swing down on like a rope, like I was Batman or something. Yeah, I would be a superhero. And that was, I mean, I was told it was an idea. It might have happened. I got the tights to prove it. I had it made. Oh well.
Those were the good old days.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Of all the famous people known around the world, who was one that you would like to contact?
Like a spirit I'd like to investigate?
Yeah. Of all the famous people.
That's a good question.
Well, I'd like to talk to Houdini. To see like what was real and what was fake with Houdini, because Houdini did some amazing things. And if you look at a lot of magic tricks that you go back to, like Houdini was locked in a trunk, in a vault, dropped in concrete, and that concrete was dropped in the ocean. And then Houdini would appear on top of the crane, and like, what? Like, how is that possible? And Houdini, if you look through it, he did it the hard way. He had them put real locks on him, and he'd have like 30 different picks, and he'd have to pick them. So Houdini did it like not the way they do it now. Houdini did it the hard way. But usually the magic trick is, as long as he was never in the box, you can do whatever you want to the after the fact. And Houdini had a lot of cool theories on ghosts and the paranormal and stuff like that. So Houdini would definitely be one. Who else? I don't know.
What female?
Female.
I know who I would talk to, a female.
Who would you ask?
I would talk to Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, yes. Well, she's right down in the cemetery in town. That's another. I might do a graveyards, because I can go to graveyards right now.
Go to Marilyn Monroe's and ask her.
Well, Hugh Hefner's buried right next to her now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they're right next to each other.
We really need to know all the secrets.
Do you know there was a man buried in? So she's in one of those wall plots, and the man above Marilyn was buried face down.
Oh my
God!
For that reason,
he paid for it to be buried face down above Marilyn. That same graveyard's got Don Knotts, Rodney Dangerfield, all kinds of great people. Oh, I'd love to talk to Rodney Dangerfield.
Definitely do that. You should definitely do that.
Yeah, I think there's a few I can do daytime solos. Just trying to do it all. I want to do like you guys. You guys do your show of the My Ghost Story, and that's so good. I want to try to do like a little talk show. I don't know how I could do it. Something like with me giving an intro in like a setting like this, and then I go into a ghost story and show some B-roll of some stuff I could put together to go with the ghost story. And then I'd like to share like someone else's evidence. Like this is evidence that what the paranormal got at the Alamo. I'd like to share some evidence. And then I'd like to like maybe tell a creepypasta. Like do all three and do it as like some sort of show.
That would be cool.
I don't know if that would be like a podcast. I don't know if that would be I don't know what that would be. But
see, that's what we do with ours. That way, like people could start that playlist and they could just listen to it in their car. There's not like no video they have to watch.
Yeah.
If they wanted to sit there and look at somebody in the back, they could, but that way it's both. They could either just listen to it or watch it.
Well, I've had friends I work with tell me they listen to my show. They listen to the beginning, so they'll listen to my history. And then once I investigate, they'll go to the next one. But they go, I can listen to your history without even watching your show. And you always like tell so much history of your locations and stuff. I thought about doing that, like an audio of just, that way I could pick anywhere. I could pick Pavalia and just tell what's haunted in Pavalia Island in France. Or catacombs. Or, I could just tell ghost stories. But I always like, you kind of get down a path like, well, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it big. I want to do it bigger. I want to, it's how, you always want to do it bigger. I don't know. I need to
something kind of like that. We're going to be doing our, it's going to be called Amy and Layne's Paranormal Bucket List.
That's
and
cool.
We're just going to be talking about some of the places we want to go and why we want to go. And then as we do go to these places, we're just going to start checking them off and then do like a recap video to go with that.
Yeah. Well, and I've even thought about with so many different kinds of shows, I'm like, should I change my YouTube channel from Hollywood Paranormal Detectives to the Hollywood Paranormal Network? And Hollywood Paranormal Detectives is a show, and Paranormal Pit Stops is a show, and Haunted Hikes is a show. And they're all different shows under one network kind of heading. But then you change your name of your channel is sacrilege, and you'll lose all your followers, and no one will know who it is. And, I think I'd have to be a little bigger. I know that I'm not a runaway train of follows and subscribes, and I'm happy with that. And more than anything, I'm just happy with the content I'm creating.
Right.
I'm proud of the work. So I think that's enough for right now. I would love to be able to just throw something out there and have it just, get a lot of views, not because it'll pay me anything. Like we talked about earlier, nobody's making this money that's hypothetical. Right. I would just love for more people to see it. And I think it would make me feel good knowing I put so much into these little shows.
You really do, though. I tell everyone that I talk to about you guys, your TV quality. Like
I try so hard
on TV. It's
Thank
that
you very
good.
Much. I've also thought about putting out a service that do an investigation and email me all your stuff, and I will edit a video for this price, and that way I can help the whole community get their stuff out there.
Exactly.
Because I want to, when I see good evidence and I have no context of it, it makes me want to scream and tell the channels what are you doing? You can't just put a 2-minute video of one EVP. Even though it's a great EVP, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know the situation. I don't know. Let me help you. Let me edit it for you.
That's one of the main comments you get. Like if you put a clip of evidence on Reddit or something like that, that's the main comment is they put context underneath it. Yeah. Like where, why, when,
Well, and then I get the opposite. I'll get people a little too much history and you guys are too intense. There's 4 minutes of history on this episode. Is that too much history?
And that's my favorite parts on a lot of them is hearing the history of the place.
That's not to give any secrets away. I love watching most Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters. I'll watch the first halves, and then I don't watch the investigation. Because you almost have to watch. You have to watch the investigation parts, and the other stuff you can just enjoy. And I can't eat dinner and watch a spirit box session I can eat dinner and watch a history. Have you guys been watching the new Ghost Hunters?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you know, I was almost on the new Ghost Hunters.
I do know that. I
was on the final 12. So the best part is I got to know all the people that are on it now. They're all awesome. And Brandon Alvarez, what he's doing with the tech is he's taking this opportunity. He's always worked with scientists and stuff. And he's been one of those guys that is if we take it more serious, other people will take it more serious.
Exactly.
And he's doing these things with photon cameras, and he's got that opportunity because he's on that show, and now he's taking advantage of it, and he's doing some cool stuff. So you watch. The next thing you'll see are these photon cameras. They were able to catch photons. I don't know the science of it, but photons going off on this camera in the shape of a person.
Oh, wow.
Photons reacting to themselves. And this camera is not made for this because it's all energy. It's what we're finding is energy. Whether that energy is an energy that just kind of recorded a piece of history or it actually has a consciousness and is talking to us. Yeah, they're taking it pretty serious. They're I think that's what the show is getting flack for, that they are taking it very serious. And Brandon is kind of like you were talking. He's one of those guys who is saying, we can't joke around anymore, guys. We got to take our investigations serious. And whether we believe in the evidence or not, a skeptic will laugh at a spirit box. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't believe will just say, whatever, but someone who doesn't believe can't, deny certain technical evidence.
Exactly.
I think things like REM pods and stuff, I think are about as good as it gets, in my opinion. Because
I love it.
My favorite part of a REM pod is it should not go off ever.
Right.
If it's sit in the right spot, it should beep. It should only go off if you touch it. It should never go off.
Mm-hmm.
So I always think just a photo of a REM pod lit up with no one touching it should just blow the world's lid off.
Exactly.
Like, that's impossible. I love stuff like that, and I love what they're doing. Just almost to give a shout out to the new Ghost Hunter show, that they are taking advantage of the situation they've got, and they are using new technology and heading down new paths. And hopefully it'll lead somewhere good for the rest of us.
Yeah. You remember the show Ghost Labs? Anybody ever seen Ghost Labs?
Yeah.
It's where
Were those big guys that had the truck?
Yeah, the big brothers. I mean, these guys were hulking big guys. And
I saw one of them buried the other one alive. And
they did some weird stuff.
But he left him for a long time. He was gonna die, but he didn't. But I remember, like, wait, you really buried him? Like,
yeah. I mean,
is anybody gonna stop him?
They had that big truck, and it had all the equipment and stuff. And I thought, wow, that's real cool to have. If you had a team of about 5 or 6, you'd have to have at least that many. To have 2 to sit in the truck, the rest to investigate. But that's kind of, I don't know if that's a dying art now. You don't see that anymore. Just camera and people.
I really like is when it's just the 3 of us, like my team, and we each have our own cam, and it's like, you can see it's just us. There's no interference. You are literally just along for our ride. And that's how early Ghost Adventures was like that. And that's what kind of got me, because you would get scared for those guys, because you would follow them down into the depths of these places, and you would start to feel nervous. And I never feel nervous watching Ghost Hunters, though, because it's always like 2 people and a cameraman, and they're kind of relaxed. I don't get the nerves from Ghost Hunters that I get from Ghost Adventures. I think the best way, if we had more time and more money, one thing I'd love to do, let's say I went to Goldfield, I would love to just film the building empty for a whole evening.
Right.
And just see, what do we get on an empty building? Like, and use that as a baseline, as opposed to the baselines the first hour we walk through with equipment, we're already disturbing the water. You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to, put 5 REM pods in there and leave them for a week. And leave a camera on each one and put 5 REM pods in and see how often they go off. Do they go off at the same time every day? Do they go off at the same moment? They go off in the same room? Is there a sequence? How is there any orbs or anything that goes along with those REM pods going off? And then it's almost like, and then investigate, do your full investigation, and then monitor it again. So to see if the investigation stirred the water up, and you might find from the alone night with no one investigation, the alone night after might get double REM pod activity, which means we woke everybody up,
Right.
But that'd be a week in the same location that'd be hard to do. But I would love to do that.
But it would definitely be interesting to see what the difference in each day would bring.
Yeah. But wouldn't it be amazing to be like, that REM pod in that room went off at 10 o'clock at night every night, that'd be pretty cool.
Then you would know that's the time to investigate.
Yeah. Exactly. You would know, we should be there at 10 o'clock, quietly waiting for it to go off, and then you ask questions.
Right.
I've always said I want to, Stanley Hotel or Queen Mary or something, like check in for a month and, you know, be a tour guide and just try to really like document the whole time. If I was single and 20, I would do that. So any young investigators out there, you know, find a place, and like just stay there and document your whole experience. We were just talking about Brandon Alvarez. He lived at the Glen Tavern for like 2 years.
Wow.
And Glen Tavern's an awesome hotel, and he did a whole documentary on it. It's amazing. Yeah, I would love to spend more time in places, but
yeah,
can't.
Definitely.
Oh well. What time is it? Do we even know what time it is?
It is 8:05 your time.
8:05. I probably should go. I didn't realize how long it's been. I gotta cook some burgers for the wife and babies.
Well, you go and do that then, and we appreciate you coming on though.
Yes,
I've had so much fun. Gosh, I love just getting to talk to people that are also investigators. You know, or like it's like us who we've all seen the same movie. You know, we all know what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about the little side shows I'd like to do. I'd like to do one where an investigator talks to an investigator and, you know, talks to them about the insides of investigation.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me so much.
Thank you for coming. Look forward to seeing what you guys come up with next.
Yes, we'll try to get some new content and try to get some. I mean, I'm doing as much as I can with the time I've got and the isolation we're in. So
understand that completely.
All right. Well, thanks so much for having us. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing great stuff. It's good to see that y'all keep investigating. Y'all keep every week. You know, your voices are there for someone to hear and to open their eyes and ears to the world we love. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. All right. Well, hopefully I'll be back soon. I will. I'll tell him.
Come back anytime y'all want to, Stephen.
All right. We will.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Good night.
Bye. Bye, everybody on the channel. Bye.
They're awesome guys. So make sure you get that link up there at the top if you have not yet. Stephen, Boom, and Brian are all amazing. And they're amazing at what they do. I'm not joking when I say it is TV quality.
Yeah.
They don't put out video after video after video. They put out videos after they've done them the right way. Like you said, they plan it, and then they do it, and it's definitely worth it. It's amazing.
Yep.
We had Boom up here as well one time. We've interviewed Stephen before, and we've interviewed Boom. We still can't get Brian up here. Poor Brian. I seen y'all all talking about candy. They were just talking away about old candy.
I've seen that pop up here.
There is no spider next to me, Krista. If there was, I'd be screaming. Silly girl.
Well, that was a fun interview.
It was. I love getting together with them because they know their stuff and they're funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like Boom. I think he's hilarious. He's like, "Oh, am I allowed to cuss on here?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, if you need to." And then there's like 50 F-bombs. That's just Boom. Boom is hilarious. Boom is a big guy, but he's got the softest heart, and like they're all amazing.
Yeah.
Boss is not spinning, Mystic.
They can see it through the
Exactly.
screen there.
Hi, Melissa. How are you doing?
Hey, Melissa.
Hey,
My camera's off and
Melissa.
they're telling me my cross is spinning, and there's a spider next to me.
One day it's actually probably going to happen. There's probably going to be a spider sitting near the cross, just spinning around.
If that cross goes spinning, me and Mystic's gonna have a chat. I'm positive, Laura. I think y'all all are taking the same blue pill or something. Mm-hmm.
What blue pill you talking about?
I don't know, but it's something to make crosses spin. How'd you call?
G-Paul.
Amy, have you gotten a lot of spiders on you during investigations? Okay, so normally no, but not that blue pill, Lynn. Oh Lord. I did get a spider on me at the old creepy cemetery we went to. It was in my hair. I guess it thought this nappy mess was a web or something. I don't know. But it got in my hair and I freaked out. I freaked out a little bit on camera. I tried to hold it together, but as soon as that camera went off, I lost it.
See, that's the blue pill I was talking about, Lynn. That's what I was worried about.
We don't
You said blue pill. That's the only one I thought of.
No Viagra. Hey, all of my vases are pushed back far away from the edges now. They better leave my vases alone. Yes, when is the next video, Melissa? We miss seeing them.
I think I've seen where she put on Twitter. She got something coming up soon.
I can't wait. Let's see, making sure I haven't missed anybody. If I missed anybody coming in, I didn't get to say hi to you right away. I'm sorry. But when I'm doing interviews or something, I really hate to interrupt the person who's talking.
The Layne Frost video was good too. I had a lot of respect for his ability to ride.
Oh yes,
that was a beautiful headstone, whatever you want to call it.
It was.
It was beautiful.
Amy, if I fart in a jar, will you open it if I order games? Like, heck no.
Lord.
I love my mama, but no. It better have dissolved before it got there.
My Lord.
How are you doing tonight, hon? Oh Lord. That's
I mean, you know, you were talking about earlier, you know, how the paranormal, you know, group is, all of us are getting, well, not all, well, a good part of them are getting bashed for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know, I really hate that. I really think that there's, I mean, I know there's people out there who want to do that and talk down on people and stuff, but I think as long as we in the community here, if we all just keep building each other up and patting each other on the backs and
exactly,
don't, you know, pray for one another, love one another, all that eventually is going to go away. Because if a lot of times if you ignore it, it goes away too. So feeding back into that doesn't help either. So
I have a question. So I don't want to use my spirit box in my house, so I'm going to use it in the driveway on my antique doll. Is that technically the same thing as using it inside or not? Yes, it is. It's still on your property. And if you're going to be using it with your antique doll, more than likely whatever's in your antique doll is going to be going back into your house anyway. the best thing for you to do is to make sure that you pray beforehand, after, and make sure that you know completely how to open and close. Because you want to keep you and your family safe. But doing anything in your house or around your house is going to open up different stuff. You're going to be given the spirits that are there an opening to come into your house, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We have an unmarked grave here too, and my house is already haunted. So yeah, it'll definitely make it more active, Amber. Whether you open and close or not, it's definitely going to make it more active. But definitely make sure that, and I don't know how much experience you have, so I'm not going to say that you don't know what you're doing or you do know what you're doing, but just make sure that you know completely how to open, close, pray, everything. That's one thing we always tell the spirits. They're not allowed to touch us. They're not allowed to hurt us. They're not allowed to attach themselves to us. Be firm with it. But if you don't feel comfortable and you don't want other stuff happening in your house, then I wouldn't recommend it.
And another thing to think about too, just because you tell them not to follow you doesn't mean they won't.
Does not mean they're not going to. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just be careful.
We have actually had a few things happening here. Of course, Layne still got picked up and dropped, but I have come in here in the morning times, and Cody usually leaves before I go to bed for work. And so when I go to bed at nighttime, the only chair that'll be out maybe is my office chair where I don't push it back in or something. Mm-hmm. But I've come in here twice in the last week, and all the chairs will be moved away from the table, like people were sitting around the table all night. I know it's not Layne, because Laney's asleep when I go to bed. And so we've been having just weird odd things happening, but as far as negative type stuff, we haven't really been having much of that over the last couple of weeks. So it's kind of, but they haven't been working on the other apartments in the last couple of weeks either. Jan, honey, I think you are way behind. She's just now saying thank you so much, Steven.
Wonder
backwards is not helping any, Krista. I still know what you're putting. That's why I think the thing that Dustin and Lisa are doing from South Cax, I think that's a really good idea. Paranormal Unite, because we do. And my deal is there's too many out there right now who are making it their mission to call out paranormal investigators, and they are supposed to be paranormal investigators themselves. My thing is, if they didn't do it, it's not real. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we could be thinking the same thing about their channels as well.
You know, and
just because you're not doing it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Right. Well, see, there's things I'll say I don't agree with. I don't call names out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm never going to do that. That's not.
I'm not going to call their names out on my channel either, because I'm not going to give them that kind of credit.
Yeah, I'm not going to. And I think it's just, here's my opinion. I don't fake my videos. So, and I've said that a lot. But I never go around and say it's because of this person. No. Do what you want to do on your channel. If you want to fake things, if you want to say this is entertainment and I'm not really doing this or whatever, that's fine. That's your channel.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's right to get on your channel, call out people by name because you're mad at them, jealous of them, whatever.
And show their clips. You're showing their clips. Mm-hmm. I have a problem with people who can't come up with their own stuff for their channel. Quit using other stuff for their channels. If you can't come up with something to do on your own, don't do nothing.
Well, and see, like I say, as long as people feed into it, they'll do it. People quit feeding into it and quit viewing, quit commenting, doing all that stuff.
And 90% of them are the ones that troll us to begin with.
Yeah.
So you're not really getting an audience. You're just getting the trolls that are like, oh yeah, you know, you don't have a family, you don't have a community, you have trolls who think it's funny what you're doing because they're trolls themselves. And that's exactly what you have become, as a troll. I have certain people blocked on my channel, and that's the way it's going to be from here on out. If you're going to call people out like that, and you're going to be just using your platform to call out other people and talk about other people and all that, I'm just going to block you completely because I have no use for that.
Well, and I look at it this way too: what goes around comes around. So if you're making fun or calling out certain people, it's going to eventually may happen to you, and then those same people that comment and love you right now will be the ones that will turn on you and talk. Yeah, it is a vicious cycle. So that's what I was saying earlier. Build up on another, love one another, pray for one another, and just work with one another. And and don't do that, because if you're doing good things will happen. If you're doing bad, things are going to happen to you eventually. I mean, you're going to, what goes around comes around, is what I'm saying.
Yes, Lynn. One of them, yes. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if people pick through my stuff. You can pick through it all you want to. You can go through it all you want to. If you find something that you think is fake, good for you. You weren't there with me. You didn't see what happened. You don't know what we were feeling at that moment. So unless you're there with me on an investigation, you have no right to say that was fake or that wasn't done or whatever. It is just your opinion, and everyone has a right to their opinion. I understand that, but keep your opinion to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's just. See, that's why when I do feel things, I don't say a lot about it on the channel or like on the video. I don't say, well, I feel sick or I feel sorrow, I feel happiness. There's just like, because you don't know what I'm feeling.
Exactly.
So if I say it, you know, sometimes I will. Sometimes I tell you, oh, I feel like I got a video coming up where I say I feel something on my shoulder. I couldn't figure out if it was a bug or if it was whatever. But a lot of times I just kind of keep that stuff to myself.
But you shouldn't have to keep that to yourself.
Well, no, I shouldn't. And but then you have, you know, the situation you see like on TV, which TV is different than. There's things on TV they have to do. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And then you'll hear things all throughout the entire video on TV where you know, it's I feel like whatever, and you just got to go with, okay, they felt that, you know, that's what they felt. So, but there's times I will say it, but and if I'm not feeling anything, there's no reason for me to say I'm not feeling anything, because I'm just not.
Yeah.
But you know, but there again, people will call you out no matter what. I mean, when our fidget spinner moved, you know, I'm sure somebody could try to say something about it, but it's just so. You got two cameras. You had the other camera sitting on it, and that's what I believe, that when you do investigations, if you're sitting a trigger object down, like a fidget spinner or a flashlight or something, put another camera on it. If you're walking away, so that way you come back and it's moved, you have the evidence. Say, yep, it's right here on this camera. It moved. It's harder to debunk that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I do encourage people to use a second camera, even if it's an old cell phone. That's what I do. I got an old cell phone. I'll sometimes just set up on things, and sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. You know?
There's a lot of channels and a lot of people that I can watch their stuff, and if I don't, I could be like, oh wow, that really. But who am I to say that? You know, I'm not going to sit and call channels out because they're fake. I'm going to work harder to prove my own evidence. You know, what's the point of calling them out and saying that they're fake? All that's going to do is get you a bunch of enemies.
Yeah.
We all have one goal, and that's to prove the paranormal. And if we're all fighting each other, that makes us all look like jokes.
And there's people out there that's not even paranormal investigators that'll do explorers, and they'll catch things, and they're like, I can't explain this.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I do have a problem though with people who aren't paranormal investigators who like calling out people for being fake. People that I've yet to see do an investigation, people who never put anything on their channel, although they talk. They just talk about the places they've been and done, and so they're like experts on it now. All of a sudden, I do have a problem with that. If you don't have anything to do with the paranormal field, or you're not even posting anything that's paranormal, how do you know what's real and what's not real? I mean, I'd love to take some of these people with us on investigations.
Well, here's my thing: if you're not a paranormal investigator, but you want to debunk people, go to the places that they go.
Exactly.
Go to Waverly.
Do your own investigation there.
And call your channel Skeptic Paranormal or something, and go in. And if you can't prove anything good, if you go in there and say, "Wait a minute, I'm a skeptic, but I can't explain this," you know.
There are channels on here. They do have skeptic their name, their channel name. But that's what they do. They go out and they go to these places to try to recreate some of the things or whatever. That's fine. I don't see a problem with that at all.
No. And one thing you got to understand that most of us do, and I know all three of us up here, some in the channel do, you know, we go out to try to explain it, but if we can't explain it, we just can't explain it. But
exactly,
if nothing happens, that doesn't mean it's not haunted.
Exactly.
It just means you just didn't catch anything that day. You know, and you know, we're here to try to explain it, but if you can't explain it, you just can't explain it.
Exactly. KJ, people can call you fake, hun. I have seen you tell me stuff about my house, my family, and everything else that you should have never known, ever. Even though you are like a sister to me, there are things that you just don't share. And for you to be able to tell me those things, I cannot and will not call you a fake.
Right.
Hello, Exploring Stranger Things. How are you? I've had a lot of skepticism with a lot of psychic mediums and, you know, stuff like that, just because of my own personal experiences. But when I met KJ, she blew my mind.
Well, and the thing is, if you go in, here's the thing: as a paranormal investigator, you can't go in and thinking everything you hear or see is paranormal.
Exactly.
You have to go in. I do. Go in with, and I know Amy and April go in with a skeptic mind. You got to go in and think nothing probably going to happen today, and when it does, oh wow! Yeah. I mean, you can investigate. You've investigated Goatman's Bridge several times, like I have Helen's Bridge. And each time I go in there, I may not catch anything today. You know, I might not. I'm not going to go in there and say, "Oh wow, I heard something." Oh wow, Then you look around, it's a squirrel or something. You're like, "Oh yeah," you know, okay, it wasn't that. So you go in to debunk. You try to debunk more than you try to prove. Yeah. That way you can say, "Okay, I can't prove this." Well, I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
And I think a lot of us too now, and it's getting harder and harder on investigations because you do have that in the back of your head is like, oh, they are like picking through the videos like crazy. And of course, like I said before, I don't have a problem with that. Go check through mine all you want to. I don't worry about stuff like that because I know what we do is real.
And you're getting views.
But the thing is, when you do hear something and you can't even explain it, then in the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh, well, they're going to say it was this. So you try to kind of film around and make sure that they can see every angle and everything else. But I mean, it gets harder and harder. But I'm just going to go out. I'm going to do my own thing. If they don't like it and they want to critique it, let them. I mean, if a non-believer watches their video and they're trying to pick it apart, and then they say, that doesn't make sense that they did it that way, or that actually does look real, or whatever. And we can get one person out of all those skeptics to be like, oh, that might have been real, then go for it.
Well, and saying I heard recently, and there again, I'm not going to say names, but
Hi, Michael.
Hey, Michael. I think, from what I understand, a couple of YouTubers got caught faking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, like I said, I'm not going to say their names, but okay, so that gives people who do think that thinks all of us fake.
Yeah.
So that don't help either. So kind of gives them one ammunition, I guess you could say, against the rest of us. But don't judge us by what one or two other people may do. You know, watch our videos, and then what I always ask for is people to help me. Give me a timestamp. What did you hear?
Yeah.
Which is why I don't put things up like, things I hear. I just kind of leave it up to everybody else to kind of, but, help it. That's what we ask for is help. We can miss things in editing videos. We might miss a shadow. We might miss something.
I've went back several times where people have left timestamps and I'll listen to something and I'll be like, oh, wow. And just like that Risa reel, she sent me screenshots the other day from the creepy cemetery we were at, and I was blown away. I was like, I didn't even see that. That looks crazy. And so even us, we don't catch everything,
And if you're, a lot of times too, what people don't understand is when you're investigating, especially if you're by yourself, you're trying to not only look at the Ghost Tool app or listen to an SB7, you're also trying to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
You don't know if a person's going to show up, a bear's going to show up. You don't know what's going on. So you're trying to keep. So that's why we miss things. And people, maybe some people don't. I think a lot of people on our chat understands it, but there may be people that don't understand that.
Yeah.
You have to. Your heightened sense of awareness is up, and you're trying to listen and check other things out while you're filming.
Yeah. And Mr. Michael's Castaway. I watched your video where y'all did the Dallas cemetery at nighttime. Not only was it a good investigation, I enjoyed watching it, but y'all are some brave people. For one, they're in a cemetery at nighttime in Dallas. It's right by a highway.
Oh Lord!
But it's in Dallas at nighttime. Y'all did a good job on that, and y'all are very brave. Just had to say that y'all are very brave. Hi, Dia.
I'll give you a good example of maybe about 3 years ago. It's like around Halloween or something. We went to a cemetery at night, and as I'm panning through, and I don't have the good lights like I do now, but I just had a little flashlight. And I see the eyes looking at me, and it's a possum. I'm like, okay. I'm going to back away from him because I don't know if he's rabid or whatever his problem might be. So, you just never know what you're going to come in contact with, day or night.
Exactly. I've had people tell me I got the history wrong, but I don't let it bother me. Well, sometimes, we can only research so far into stuff. We research and we see what's on the internet. So if something's wrong, then it's wrong on the internet. We can't go to a lot of these places that we're going to and be like, hey, I need the information of this building I'm fixing to go into at nighttime film. So, if you get the history wrong, but there's ways for them to say, hey, this is wrong, or without
very disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that in a vlog that I did, and I meant to say Montreat, and I said Montford, and some guy called me out on it, like, get your history right or something, or get your area location right or something. I thought,
right.
Okay, I misspoke.
Thank you, Exploring Stranger Things. Thank you. Hi, Kdogg.
Well, Amy, I think I want to hop off here and head to bed. But,
All right, Troy. Thanks for being here.
oh, thank you for having me up, and I enjoyed being in the discussion tonight. And hope everyone has a great night. And we'll be back. We'll do our thing Monday night. So
We'll be there.
we appreciate it and love you all. And I hope everybody has a good night. And I'll see you soon.
Tell
Night.
Marty love and hugs too.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Good
Good night.
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 How did that happen, Kdogg? Wow. No stink bugs or dead fish for me, Krista. That was nasty. That was nasty. Yeah, we'll be praying. I was just fixing to look. I'm trying to figure out how to get this. It's not letting me send it to my messenger. So I'm not sure how to do that.
I have no idea.
Because I want to show it, but I don't think I can hold my arm up there that long. Because it's just showing. Oh, wait. I may have figured it out. I think I figured it out. Hang on. I'm not going to say I did yet, though. Oh, no, I was on the wrong deal. Hang on. Because I want to show y'all this video. Let me see if I can do it this way. Maybe. Okay. Let me find my name. Because Twinkie's been having some stuff happen at her house. Well, oh, it might let me do it, Twinkie. Hang on, it's trying to send. It's working, I think. Then I can show y'all this deal at Twinkie's house. They've got their Slim's got the outside of their house set up like Fort Knox now. And Lynn, she just said that they had to call the police on a guy that was on their property and he got taken off in handcuffs. What happened, Lynn? While we were talking to Steven, she come back and said that. Lori! Yay!
Tell Lynn to come up with the pedal.
You want to come tell us about it, Lynn? I'll send you the link. Rich. Hi. What's up?
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Purgatory.
Hi,
Thank you.
Purgatory.
Okay. Well, when she comes back, I'll ask her. Good night, Dia. Thank you so much for being here. How are you, Rich? And how is Miss Rachel? There she is. Oh, she said, sure. Sure. Okay. Let me get you the link, Miss Lynn.
Did it work?
Huh?
Did it work?
It's still sending to my messenger, so hopefully. It's still going across like it's wanting to send, so we'll see. I'm hoping.
Lori, you put my last name on it. I think you meant to say Nead, and you wrote my maiden name.
What?
She said, yes, I did, Krista. Just niece a few minutes of
Oh.
and niece is my maiden name, and it's spelled exactly like that.
Yep, it is. Your mama, I shared a video or a post the other day that Mary had shared, and I said, I'm still in this. And it says, this is the first year we're not going to Hawaii due to COVID-19. Normally we don't go because we don't have the money. And your mom put on there, Amy, you are too funny, girlfriend.
Oh, Lord. My mama ain't right.
She made me laugh.
She's not right.
Yeah, when you going live again, Rich? If y'all missed the beginning of this live stream, make sure you go check it out. We had Steven up here from Hollywood Paranormal Detectives, and it was an awesome conversation. We miss his face too, KJ.
I hear you, Lori.
Hello.
Miss Lynn, what did you do?
I didn't do nothing.
What happened?
I was sitting out back on the porch, and there was screaming and yelling going on at my neighbor's house, which we're at the end of a gravel road, and it's just me and my neighbor next door. And apparently she had to go out her back door and lock it and then go through to the other neighbor's house through the woods.
Uh-huh.
I called her to see if she was okay to make sure he didn't hurt her or something. And she told me that he's mentally unstable. And so he proceeded to, he was walking around her house a lot, and she told me that the cops were called at that point. And so I was watching him, and he started to come down my driveway, and that's when I was like, oh, no, you ain't. So, needless to say, he got hauled off. I think the fire paramedic guys came and hauled him off.
Oh,
at
so
that point.
Crazy.
Yeah, she says that he has the mentality of a 7-year-old or something. So we think he's the one that came on our back porch and messed with the 7-up box and stuff.
So y'all definitely need those cameras now.
Yep.
I'm glad y'all got them put up.
And remember I said, do you think somebody come up there?
Apparently somebody not in their right mind did.
Yes, Krista, you do. My mom has a superhero game, and one of the superheroes is Superman. And anytime Krista picks, she always says the steel one instead of Superman.
Layne, maybe he was just wanting to come and see your tree with the boobs.
I still want to see a video on that.
You want me to, can I show them on your stream, or is that going to be rated R?
Oh, no, you can show it. It's a tree with boobs.
Pornography.
I've showed men's boobs on here before.
I'll walk out there in just a second. Yeah. Gotta knit some bikini tops. to be able to go over these things.
And I said, did anyone ever get that tree a brawl?
Like Sherry said, the coconuts.
Yeah, I think the coconuts and the hula skirt, the grass skirt, would be cool because you're right there by the beach and stuff too.
True.
Put you a little tiki torches out there.
Let's see. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Maybe it's better if I do it this way. All right. So there's multiple boobs on this thing.
There's multiple boobs.
Yeah.
That sounds like it could get
No.
expensive.
I don't know if you can see that. My boob tree.
Oh my. It
There's
is a
one.
tree. Oh, she's cupping the boob.
Oh my Lord.
There's that one. There's that one.
You definitely got to get that tree a brawl.
I know, right? And then there's some more on this
We
side.
dare you, and we dare you.
Oh my Lord. It's got a lot of boobs.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely want to see. Look at Rich. Boobies.
But the guy was like right here on my driveway.
That'd be scary.
All right, I'm taking that off.
Why? Krista.
What she said.
Got
Got
milk.
milk.
That would be sappy milk coming out. Good chips.
Sappy milk.
Yeah. Sappy.
KJ said, now I know why I told you to get that house.
Come here. That's why KJ said to get the house.
Yeah. For the boobies. Oh my Lord. Rich, are you where you can come up for a minute? Bama, do you want to come up? I finally got to see Bama on a live stream last night.
Awesome.
He said, "Oh my God, Krista, not my cereal."
All right, let me get you a link. Oh, not there. Get back over here.
I'm hoping that video loads.
I'm hoping it does too. It's going slow, but it's doing it. Like,
I'm in the shitty.
you're in the what? What did you say?
I said shitty.
Shitty.
She's
City.
Her
That's
TV.
okay, Bama. No worries. Then the other sis a link. So everyone, please continue to keep Miss Teresa in your prayers as well. She made it to Fort Worth, so that's good. I'm glad they made it.
Bama coming up, or did he say no?
He said he's already
Hey,
stretched
man.
out for the night. Hey, Mads. Hey, Mads, y'all want to come up? Or are y'all busy? I heard the doorbell. There's Rich. Richie Rich.
So, did my bingo numbers come up to 86753?
No, they didn't. Nice try. Hey, Rick.
Hey, how do I switch the camera around?
I don't know. Is there not a little arrow thingy?
Should be like under the cam/mic, and then you can choose your option of camera at that point.
I don't hardly ever get on this on my phone.
Hi, Rich's keyboard. Oh, there he is.
There he is. What's up?
What's up?
Is that your green screen behind you?
Yeah.
I like how you do all that. That was pretty cool. When y'all did the taste test deals, that was cool how you had the map behind it and everything.
Yes, and
Yeah, I want to get a different one. This one's okay. Let me see if I can show you better. It's like a round circle that attaches to my chair.
Oh.
And it's really difficult to get the camera. Look, if you watch, I could. I guess it's
Yeah.
with my phone. So with my camera, it's hard to get, and I have to keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at least it's something I can play with.
I think it's cool. I've always wanted to do that type of stuff, but then I could never figure it out. So I was like, to heck with it. What was that?
Yeah, it's not like a fart.
Or we have both the fart blossoms in here.
It wasn't me.
because you've seen her camera.
Rich is like, it wasn't me. Yeah, y'all will definitely have to come up one night, Mads. So where's the party at tonight? It's right here, G Paul. What you talking about?
We had tree boobs hanging out.
Yeah, tree boobs and everything at this party. It's a wild bunch here. Did you see what Cody got me, Rich?
The camera?
Yes,
Yes.
finally.
Very nice.
I haven't really got to use it very much, but I'm ready.
Well, I think George and I were supposed to get you that. I guess Cody beat us to it.
Yeah. George said, he texted me and he said, Mom. And I was like, what?
Yeah. That's cool though.
Did you see what Mads wrote?
Yeah, I farted earlier and everyone was like, what is leaking? Laugh out loud. If there's leakage, you might have a problem.
Oh my.
Oh my Lord. I don't want no moonshine. I got a fridge full of moonshine. I don't want any.
Mary.
Well, Bama, can't you just put in a phone number of somebody you know? Because you just need a code. Laura says she'll bring the margaritas. I will let you do that. I need a good margarita. I hadn't had one in a long time.
You don't want me to have tequila.
I let tequila. See, tequila doesn't do that to me. Tequila don't make my clothes fall off. Thank the Lord.
Oh my God.
Tequila was always my safe shots.
I get sick.
You get sick.
It's tequila. It ain't tequila. It's tequila.
Totally.
I guess I was lucky with that because that's KJ. It says you got to connect your mic and cam. She tries to put the whole bottle in one drink. You only need one. I got like 8 whole jars of moonshine, Paul. That's Cody's collector's item now. He's got all the liquor stores around here ordering from old Smokies in Gatlinburg.
Tequila is the reason I have children.
Hi, Miss KJ.
Hey, KJ.
Hi, KJ.
Hi, everyone.
At first, it sounded like she said witch. Ah. Oh, Lord.
Well,
Look at KJ. She
How's
giving us a
everyone?
booby shot.
Okay, somebody put them boobs away and you're echoing.
oh, crap. Is that better?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I can't hear myself. Yes, I can hear myself.
Are you having a go at my accent, Rich?
I'm having a go.
You come on, I'll have you. Come on, get outside. I'm not there in 10 minutes. Start without me.
Oh my Lord. Okay, I can still hear me. I don't like hearing me.
Maybe it's me.
Echoing.
I've got my
Here, let
sound
me
turned off on the chat.
I'll mute myself and see if it's me.
Hello,
Hi,
hello,
everyone.
hello. No, I can still hear it.
Okay, I'll mute myself and see if it's me.
Hello, hello, hello. Nope, can still hear it.
All right, I'll mute
man.
myself and see if it's me.
Hello, hello, hello. I can still hear it. Let me mute me. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll mute me and see if you can.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Yes,
It's
KJ.
KJ.
She's like, oh.
Good thing she's on mute.
That's what Cody's theory does every now and then. Cody has his theory set up in an Australian woman, and he calls her KJ.
I did that too for a little bit, but I use it for work. And anytime I want to get off on an exit or whatever, it called it a different name. Like, and I would miss it, and I'm like, oh, I'm just like, oh, I don't like to eat it.
Well, it talks Australian to you.
Do what?
Talks Australian to you.
It talks Australian. Oh.
Oh my Lord. Lord, tequila tells me to wake up in my boss's bathroom floor with a pillow and a comforter off his bed.
Oh, Lord.
Angel said, in all honesty, I've never forgot my wedding day. God knows I've tried.
I forgot mine. I'm divorced now.
Yay. Oh,
I know, right?
That. I don't know why that's doing that.
Well, on Saturday night, my son says to me, hey, Mum, you want to go ghost hunting? It was freezing cold and pouring rain. I'm like, are you an idiot? I thought I raised you better than that. So we're going out in a couple of weeks. He really wants to go with me. He's really excited.
That's good. Why do I sound like a demon in that echo?
You just made my
I know I had a manly voice, but I sound like a demon.
What's going on up there? Everyone's going crazy with guns and stuff. Sneaking in people's backyards. And...
That's at Lynn's. No gun, though.
I don't know. I don't know.
No one comes near my place. Probably it's a sign, beware of the crazy old lady I got on the front door.
Emma said it sounds like the necrophonics is going. Everybody else's echo sounds normal. I sound like a demon.
No, you don't. Yeah, I've got earbuds, but then Amy says they echoes. I'm going to try
It's
again.
still echoing though.
Oh, well. That's better. I can
Hello?
hear you better now. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I would nearly
That's
swore
better. That's a lot better.
then. Okay. I nearly said a swear word again.
I've never been drunk, so I'll be the designated driver.
Oh, I've been drunk, but I can't drive. I can drive, but I haven't got a license.
I was never the designated driver, but I was the designated drinker.
And I've been that a few times. It's
Yeah,
really
Lord,
hard.
waking up on your boss's bathroom floor with his pillow and comforter off of his bed. Yeah, I wouldn't want to drink around them anymore either.
I'd handed me resignation.
Same.
Though I did tell my boss one time what I really thought of her. And then I quit, and then she rang me the next day, see if I wanted to work. I went, hell no. I said, I will.
Mads.
I said, I will if you promise to wear a bra and deodorant.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I mean, that's a given.
She never did.
Rich, you said you had some awesome places coming up.
Yes.
Can't wait to see those.
Rachel and I just got back from a little 4 or 5 day trip in southern Colorado.
Awesome.
We went and played with some alligators and did some looking for aliens, and
awesome.
went to a haunted hotel. So yeah, I did a vlog, so it'll be like a little preview, and then I'll start putting out the separate videos for it.
I like how you did that. You did that with the hotel that you and Rachel went to that last. You did kind of like a little vlog at the beginning, and then the that was cool.
Yeah, this whole the whole video I'll be putting out is one big preview. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was so much fun. We had a blast. We didn't want to come home. But
I seen the picture. Whenever I first looked at the picture, it was funny because it looked like y'all had a filter on because the way Rachel's mask was on her face, it made it look like her cheeks were like really big or something. So I was like, is that a filter? And then I looked and I was like, oh no, that's her mask that she's wearing.
Yeah.
That was cool though, that y'all got to hold the
do you realize that you took something home with you, Rich?
What's that?
You took an entity home from the hotel. The one that knocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Now, if we watch that video and there's a spirit in there that's knocking a lot, we're gonna be like, "Yep, that's the one."
Well, that's what I saw. All right, don't shoot the messenger.
That's what you saw.
Yep.
Well, as long as they just knock, that's all right.
I got a feeling Rachel might jump out of her skin a couple of times, but it's all good.
Yeah. Is it staying with Rachel or me?
Rachel.
Okay, so it's not Rachel.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Hey, that's a bit mean, Rich, because she's only a tiny little thing.
Yeah, I want everybody to see what they think that is at my house.
It's almost done though. And then I'm gonna see if I can play it. Hopefully it works.
when you were saying something, I don't know exactly what's going on at your house, but like there's something about rattling. Something's rattling in your house. Like it's like rat like that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, you have heard rattling, like you talking about like a rustling noise?
Yeah.
You did hear that one night.
Yeah. I remember that. Unless it's my head rattling.
No, that's mean. The empty vessel makes the most noise.
Well, it could be April because she has a few teeth missing. So, with pulling her own freaking teeth out.
Yeah. I've got a teeth here that's really upsetting me. April, can you have a look at that?
And apparently, she's filing her fingerprints away too, because her phone can't recognize her fingerprint.
Oh, I had to do a new password. I got that fixed.
My son got my computer the other night and he says, "What's your password?" And I told him and he said, "How do you spell that?" And I spelled it to him 5 times and he goes, "Spell it again." I went, OMAR. I'm not telling you the rest.
Oh, did you get it to load? Oh my Lord, Lynn.
It wasn't me.
Rick was the first one to say it wasn't me.
I had to be Lynn. You know I had to admit it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Okay, this is the outside of front of my house.
Wow.
Let's watch. The wind is not blowing either.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
What is that?
We don't know.
I have it on my computer screen and I still can't tell what the heck. It's not windy, are you sure?
No, because my hair's not even blowing. See, I was going up to the truck. I was going to work. And it happened right before I come out the door.
It's like I feel like something's coming to like the way it looks. It's like someone running towards the camera.
Well, did you see the mist before that major mist come in too?
Yeah, it moved across and then it stopped, turned around and ran towards the camera.
Weird.
I was at work and Michael sent it to me. He's like, "You want to see something weird?"
Really
We're trying to figure out what it was.
Can you rewind it?
Huh?
Can you rewind it, Amy? To the beginning? Because I want them to see the mist too in the beginning. That was crazy. Watch for it. Right there.
Yep.
And again.
And then it comes. See, then it turns around and comes towards the camera.
Yeah. And big time.
Whoa. Oh, there's something by the truck.
Oh, now you got to tell me that. And I got to walk out there at 4:30 in the morning.
Behind the white truck, I'm sure I saw like a white shadow.
There's like no explanation for that. That's really weird.
And my hair's not moving at all, so the wind's not blowing.
No, it's really still.
Yeah.
You actually walk through it.
And Twinkie said she's seen an orb. Was it an orb, Twinkie? Is she there?
She's muted.
She's muted.
You muted. There's a couple of bugs there, but yeah.
Does it do it again too after you leave?
I don't know if he's got it recorded that far. And see, the sensor only comes, it's a sensor camera.
Right.
So it only comes on when something's. So it was on way before I even come out the door.
Yeah.
Look at the bottom left when she clicks on it. There's something there on the bottom left too.
I saw that real quick, right as you were saying that, or at least
The
on my
bottom left corner. Yeah, right there. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I see an orb up there in the right hand corner, where
Look at the
near where the
bottom.
numbers were. I
left.
saw him.
but look at the bottom left. It's like takes up that whole corner over there too.
Where the picnic table was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You live near a forest or a wood?
I'm completely surrounded by woods.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello. I know you are now. Oh,
You see, right up in the back corner, just near I think it's a lamppost or something. There's a white.
on a speaker. Amy's on the phone. She said, "Go ahead, Amy."
You see it go through on the right hand corner. Watch.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yep, the orb there. Yep.
Okay. Bye. But we're trying to figure out what it is.
What I'm getting is there's there was or is an Indian burial ground somewhere close to there, and it was like smoke from the what do they call them? What do they call the big? They're like a stand thing that they put them on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something standing back there in the bushes, right back behind that, looks like a lamppost. Is a. I wish I could point my cursor to it, but it's right there. Just hit over a bit more, over a little bit. No, to your right. Yeah, you hit it right then. Right. Keep going a little tiny more. Just no, a little more. Yep, that's it there. Yep, that's it. Right there.
Okay, there's a rose bush right there.
Okay. But it just seems it's surrounded by a white.
Now see the trees farther over to the right of that rose bush.
Yeah.
We have another video that, at first we thought it was like maybe an animal or something, but the way it looked like a white light.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Going back and forth, and it wouldn't be like an animal because the squirrel would have ran completely away.
Yeah.
This just kept going back and forth.
Yeah.
But I live back completely in the woods. We're the
Wait,
only.
go back to where she was just pulling out of the driveway. Above your other truck. Oh, wait, maybe that's just that tree. No, but next to that truck. Okay, go back again, Amy. Above the white truck, behind that Dodge with the silver. And there's the truck that's kind of angled back, so it looks like a T on the right-hand side of that truck bed. Right there. That looks like somebody's just standing there.
Yeah, I saw that before, but it's almost like the spirits are standing in a circle around the house.
You watch when I go out in the morning, I'm gonna be looking all over the place. But you can sit outside and you have an eerie feel. I mean, you have a funny feeling.
Yeah, it's really yeah. It's like the hairs on your arms and everything all kind of stick up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was muted. I was talking the whole daggone time. Then I finally heard Lynn or somebody say, I think she's muted. What the heck? No wonder they ain't listening to me.
I said you were muted at the beginning.
Yeah, Rich did. I
didn't hear that part because I went over and grabbed my drink while I started.
That's really interesting.
But see, the camera will only cut on if something gets in front of that light. And see, he's going to put another camera on the side of the house.
It's going to be Fort Knox.
Yeah, he's already got like 4 or 5 sensor lights out there that light up real bright.
Yeah.
Can you send that to me, April? I want to dissect that with you guys too, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
more eyes on it.
Yeah,
more eyes on it, the better.
Yeah, yes, please. Could you drop it in my inbox too, please, in my messenger?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I had to send it to your other thing, though, didn't I, Amy?
You had to send it to my phone number. But I was able to send it to my messenger, so I'll send it to him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
Because I saved it down to my phone. So let me...
Yeah, I want to go back to that cemetery one you did, because I saw quite a bit there. I saw the soldier standing as you walk down the lane. There was a soldier in full Union uniform with a gun. There's a few things going on.
And
welcome back.
When I used to do my live streams in the camper, you can ask Amy. There's no power whatsoever. I had was a drop cord. All I had was a drop cord that ran so I would have a light in there.
And it wasn't even nowhere near you.
No. And you could raise the K2 meter up in the air. And it would be
blind. Like it would stay on red. It would go. I mean, it wouldn't just stay on red. So it wasn't like an energy source that was making it do it. It was bouncing back and forth constantly. And you could ask a question and she would tell it to go to red. And I mean, it was there and it stayed for about 30 seconds and then would go back down. There definitely was something there.
But there was no power hooked up to our camper whatsoever.
Wow.
Can I show them the other one too, Twinkie?
I don't care. That's fine.
I'm going to go get my charger cord. I'll be right back too.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me go find it. Here it is.
Is it the other one of outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, you would when you first look at this, to me it looks like a bunny rabbit, but the thing does not move like a rabbit or anything would. So it looks really, I don't know. It's hard to tell what it would be. So let me screen share. Okay.
Do you have a lot of protection around your house, like for spirits and stuff? Because it's like a barrier's there. I feel like they're banging it's like a wall. Mm.
Okay, can y'all hear me this time?
Yes.
Okay, you see this right up here?
The white light?
Yeah.
There's
white
nothing
light,
up.
watch. See how it rocks back and forth and then...
Yeah. Yep.
There's nothing up there. No lights whatsoever.
Wow.
I thought maybe it was a bunny rabbit or something like that, but then it just kind of turns into like a circle. Then it looks like it's got claws, and then it's weird.
It's really weird, yeah.
There's no way to zoom in on it.
No.
Hey, April, do you know what the temperature was when you went to work that morning? Was it?
It was nice outside because I didn't even have a jacket on.
Yeah, you didn't have a jacket on, that's for sure.
That is so creepy looking though.
Yeah,
It looks
it's almost.
arms that like stretch out every now and then.
Yep, and it's sort of throbbing. Does that, like it's going like that?
Yeah.
And if you and we zoomed in on it, and it looks like an arm moving.
Yeah, it does. It's weird. See, it looks like it has an arm that just slings out to the right.
Slings out. Yep.
Weird.
That's so weird looking.
Very weird.
Another thing that's weird is you got some Mothman-sized moths right there that one of them keeps flying by there. It scares the crap out of me every time. I keep wanting to swat it away. But yeah, I thought that one was crazy too.
They're definitely crazy.
And that was just in about the last week.
Hi, Keita. How are you?
Hi, Keita.
Because every morning when I leave for work, it's still warm outside.
Lori said them Carolina moths.
But yeah, need to do an investigation outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so. Definitely.
I think that's why there's always so many. Because like anytime you do an investigation outside with a campfire, I see all kinds of shadows walking through there.
Very active.
Is there any fireplaces? Well, no, you wouldn't have a fire going on if it was nice outside.
Nope, and see, there's no houses around us whatsoever.
No
Jimmy,
exhaust fans or anything right there.
Trying to figure it out.
There's a horse pasture like straight over from like my front door, straight over on. There's a little patch of woods, and it's a big horse pasture.
Well, I mean, where that was at, there's no dryer exhaust fans out that area though, because it's your front door, right?
That was my front door, yeah. My dryer and all that's at the back of the house.
On the back built-in porch.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy how it just forms like it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last thing of mist or whatever that was, it like came towards the camera from like the ground, from like from
Yeah.
That's what I said. It was like a wave, like a.
Yeah. Crazy.
Do an investigation up there, Lori.
And there was no wind blowing whatsoever.
No, your hair would have been moving because it was up.
I got in the truck and turned the air conditioner on early. I do every morning.
Wow.
They
See,
sound like helicopters, Lori.
my little patio's to the right of the house where I'm walking out the door. It's to the right. You know, and that's where I did the investigations before when I built the campfire out front. It's right over from there.
Yeah. And I always, like, every time you did that, especially right out there by where your driveway turns off, where that one light is.
Yeah.
I always saw something right in there walking through. It looked like a man pacing back and forth.
Well, see, remember I told y'all that I seen that old man that one time with the fence line.
Yeah.
And he never would speak. He did, and then he disappeared. And see, 2 weeks after the people built this house, they died.
Mm-hmm.
This house was built in 1925.
Wow.
So my house is almost 100 years old.
Yep. Welcome back, buddy. Buddy.
Welcome back, buddy.
And
By
see,
any chance, is there any like maybe bird nests or anything up there?
no, because Michael had cleared those out about 3 weeks ago. And this was just last week. And see, there's
Well, I'm sure because you said Mike's a big skeptic, so he would have debunked everything he could too.
Mike's the one that was like, "Hey, what is this?"
And see, there's 2 windows at the front of the house, and one window is like it's like right diagonal from where the security camera is, but nobody, Casey doesn't live at home anymore, so nobody uses that room, so there would be no reason for anything to come out of a window because they're all shut.
Yeah.
Because the air conditioner's on in the house. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just keep looking at it, and when I get anything, I'll just message you, April.
Okay. Now Amy's got a good video from Layne's room too.
Yeah.
You need to show them that.
But I only have the little part of it until Layne gives me permission to use the rest of it. Because you know them deals when you're in there and you're just kind of recording to send to a friend or something like that, so you're not expecting the whole world to see it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then something happens. And I always tell everybody that. I'm like, I don't care if you're picking your nose or picking your butt. If there's a spirit behind you, it's going on YouTube. I don't care. So, but with Layne, that's her private, that's her bedroom.
Yeah.
And there's like a fine line. And I always tell everybody that in advance. Like, be watching what you're doing when I'm recording because it's going on YouTube. I don't care. But with Layne, I can't do that because that is her private space. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I want to, I'm trying to talk my son into letting me video Elijah because he sees and hears. He sees and hears. And I want to interview it, like have a little talk to him about it and get him to tell his stories because he's got some. He was telling me the other night, and it was like, wow, this crazy stuff going on around him.
That would be see.
He said, "I'm not scared, Grandma, because you told me that you don't need to be scared of people that have died." And I said, "That's right, mate."
Mm-hmm. Buddy.
Don't give me nightmares, buddy.
My camera is not ever going to be near you.
No.
I don't want to get banned.
She wants to keep her channel.
Exactly. My channel will be going from what the paranormal to what the.
Yeah. Wow.
Exactly. Oh my God, buddy. Oh my Lord.
Rich, you kind of look like you have Christmas colors going on.
My red shirt, my green screen.
Yeah.
Your beard needs to be a little bit more white to be able to do that, though.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, Cody's working on his beard, I think, because of Rich. He's always talking about Rich's beard. And like his grows, but like once it gets to a certain spot, it likes to stick out. Like it won't stay. I'm like, you have to train it.
Well, it's just like if you ever grow your hair out. I mean, you're gonna have crazy. I still have crazy hair. I've been thinking actually to cut it back again. I was watching some older videos today. I was like, I don't know. I might go back.
Layne, your TV's really loud. I don't know what she's watching in there, but Lord.
I watched Dr. Sleep yesterday. That was awesome. It's like the second part of The Shining.
Mm-hmm. The Shining, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, we liked it a lot. That's Rachel's favorite movie is The Shining, and so she was really excited for Dr. Sleep to come out.
Yeah.
And he was not disappointed at all. I liked it too. It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Really good. When he's going around, and I'm like, when I'm looking around, I'm going, oh my God, it's the Stanley. I've seen it so many times. I'm like, oh my God, I remember Omar being, and I'm like, pointing at where everyone had been.
That was the Overlook. It's an Overlook.
Yeah. Yeah. Where they filmed it was actually at the Overlook Hotel. And that's in Oregon, right?
Yep.
Is it in Oregon, I think?
Where's
it at?
I don't know. In the movie, it's called The Overlook. I think they filmed it. I want to say it's a different country. I can't remember. If Rachel is here, she could tell you. But
Yeah.
um,
But yeah, the Stanley Hotel, I definitely want to go back there one day.
yeah, Rachel really wants to go too. She's like, this next trip we have to go to North Colorado and hit the Stanley Hotel. Like,
Yeah.
Me.
That'd be awesome. Can't wait to see that.
The outside of the Shining house was Timberline Lodge in Oregon,
Yeah.
up on Mount Hood. The inside of it was the big cabin in Colorado.
Um,
It was good.
That makes sense.
No,
Yep.
no, I don't remember that. I'll have to ask Rachel.
I just can't wait till Australia's opened up properly because all down south's in lockdown again because they're really sick down there. And we closed our borders on Saturday night, so I can't get down south to do paranormal stuff. I want to go and visit my dad's grave and do a spirit box.
Yeah.
Well, Michael's cousin is still in ICU on a ventilator because he has the COVID.
Oh no!
There been no change yet?
No, and that's the hospital that my oldest daughter was born in. So
Yeah.
it's in the same county I'm in.
Wow.
Luckily, we haven't seen them in about a year. Michael's talked to them and stuff, but we haven't been around them in about a year. So Michael thought about going and, showing support, going and sitting with his wife and stuff. I said, but Michael, she's been around him, so you
Yeah.
don't need to bring it to me
Exactly.
just in case she has.
Well, I mean, he's also not in the best of health either. I mean,
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
throw him for a loop. So it would be best just to
Love from a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody, if they would, keep praying for him.
Yeah, definitely. praying.
Definitely.
Hello, kitten girl.
Hi, kitten girl. Yeah, I'll definitely be praying. That's so sad. And the sad thing is you just can't go to the hospital and see them. That's the
Yeah.
worst thing. You go up to the hospital now and they stop you at the door and they say, do you really need to come in here? No, we'll go home then. No, my brother-in-law had surgery last Tuesday and we couldn't even go to the hospital and wait for him.
Yeah.
But he's fine. They rebuilt his jaw because he had a tumour and it ate all the top of his jaw out. But they filled it in like a big tooth. They rebuilt his jaw from the resin, that same resin they used to build your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
he's
wow.
looking pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely be praying for him.
Thank you. His name's Rob.
That'd be cool, buddy. Welcome back, Rob. I think we're
Welcome
fixing
back, Rob.
Not because you came back, Rob.
There's a sneeze in there and it won't come out.
So when did you plan on putting up a video, Rich?
I'm not sure. I just finished editing the vlog for the preview of what we did this last week.
Mhm.
But I have to figure out what I'm going to do for a thumbnail. And I just put out a video where we tried the UK snacks. So
Mhm.
I probably won't be putting up one real soon. But
I'll have to send you some Australian snacks, Rich, to try.
I would love that.
Some Vegemite.
You.
Remember what we tried in Tennessee, Rich? Remember all that?
That was Marmite.
Yeah, that was Marmite. Ooh.
Marmite, yeah. Vegemite's much nicer. Marmite
You're
from the
supposed to-
UK.
Aren't you supposed to eat it on toast with butter or something?
Yeah, I think that's how Mary told us to eat it, but we just ate it on a spoon.
No, don't eat Vegemite off a spoon. Your hair will fall out. No, put it on toast. If you're not used to it. When I was a little baby sitting in my high chair, my mum would give me a jar of Vegemite and a spoon and I'd eat the whole jar.
Oh.
But I was brought up on the stuff, so no, you got to definitely just have lots of butter, let hot toast, let the butter melt, and then just a really slight, just a real tiny little bit of Vegemite is beautiful.
It's supposed to be very healthy for you too, right?
Oh yeah, it's full of vitamin E, and it's full of vitamins, but mostly vitamin E. It's really good stuff. Full of yeast and all sorts of things.
Buddy. Well, that sucks, Rob. I hate when that happens. I've had to do that a couple of times though. But I think so. Be watching for Rich's videos when they come out. And if y'all haven't watched where they tried the UK snacks, y'all need to watch it because it's funny.
Yeah.
I loved it when Rich was like, blah, blah. Rich was like, I loved it. You must not like Funyuns. Do you not like Funyuns?
No, I do. Those weren't Funyuns. They tasted, they were terrible.
Didn't they taste like stinky socks, you said, or something?
I know Rich's facial expressions, you could tell before he even said anything whether he liked it. He wrinkled his nose up and he's like, And Rachel's just over there eating away like, oh, this is good.
I know. She's like, give me the bag.
Yeah, she loved it. She was eating them even after we were filming them. But those weren't nearly as bad as the lamb and mint chips.
I couldn't even imagine the sound of it.
That's disgusting.
Lamb and mint. That just did not even sound right.
Yeah.
Well, I had a few people from Australia mention that they usually eat, what was it, lamb with mint sauce or something like that.
Yeah, that's yummy. That's good stuff. But chips, nah.
Yeah.
No.
It didn't even sound good. I knew as soon as they said that, I was like, that's probably not going to be a good one.
Did you hear?
They bought out Vegemite chocolate last year. It lasted like 2 months. Even Australians said, no way.
Amy, did you hear him chewing and munching though?
Yes, I did.
That was probably your favorite part, right?
Oh,
I can't even stand here myself chew food, so no.
I don't like, I can't handle if you're sitting at a table with someone that go, I just want to belt them in the mouth.
I have a cousin that everybody tries to sit by me at Thanksgiving because he nose breathes and he eats and smacks and crunches. And so like that is the most horrid sound in the entire world is a nose breather who's a heavy breather anyway, trying to eat food and breathe at the same time. I'm just like, y'all get me. They try to put him by me every year just so they can laugh at me.
You can't put skins near her to eat it.
You know when we go out to eat sushi or something, Amy, what's going to happen, right?
I'm going to bring earplugs.
I love sushi.
That's what's going to happen. I'm going to have earplugs. I ain't going to be able to hear nothing.
Well, when I come out to eat sushi with you, get used to me just putting the whole sushi in my mouth.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Watch, because I don't eat this stuff.
I was going to say, nobody's even going to be paying attention to me. They'll be paying attention to Twinkie over there gagging.
I took Jaden out for sushi the other day, and I used chopsticks to eat it. And so he grabs out some chopsticks, and I'm sitting there watching him. Anyway.
Layne is so funny watching her with chopsticks. She stabs it.
Yeah, that's what he ended up doing. I ate it like a lollipop off the stick. I was laughing. He's like, shoot, Grandma.
Oh, my Lord.
No, I love sushi.
Yeah, me too. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night because I know Twinkie should have probably already been in bed.
Yep.
And I got a long day tomorrow. Got family coming in. So, what is today? Saturday? I can't even keep track of days no more. I don't know. I don't know if George is going to go on tomorrow or not. He hasn't been the last couple of Sundays, but he might. Just watch for him. Monday, we have Tex. He's out of the hospital doing better. So he'll be on at 6:30 Central Standard. Crossroads Explorers will be on at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
And then Twinkie will be on Tuesday night. So be watching for that. Maybe we can talk her into doing an outside spirit box.
If it ain't raining.
If it ain't raining, and daggone rain up there in the Carolinas.
I'm doing a live stream on my Wednesday.
So that will be
your Tuesday night.
Our Tuesday.
Right.
At what time?
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
8 p.m. Okay, that'll be about the time. Well, you'll be on a little after that, right, Twinkie?
Yeah, because I don't have to do the next day.
Okay, so 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be watching for KJ on our Tuesday night. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. Them time things confuse me so bad.
Oh, me too. But yeah, I'll be there.
And then Twinkie after that. All right, Rob. Y'all be careful on your trip, Rob. Y'all are going tomorrow, I think, right? Or Monday.
Be safe, Rob.
Be careful. We love you guys. Y'all mean the world to us. We hope y'all know that. And we appreciate y'all for being here. We have a video coming out in it'll probably be like Wednesday.
Okay.
So be watching for that. Just a little throw together because it was a crap night. So anyway, also be watching for my mom on Monday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook on her All Shucks page.
Yep.
Love you guys. Thank y'all for being here.
Love you.
Rich and Jay, Lynn. Love y'all.
Thanks for letting me see Rich's face.
Oh, you're welcome. Love y'all. Have a great night. Oh, he's giving kisses. Oh, Lord, they're making out. We're getting this now. It just went to the naughty side. Bye, y'all. Love you.